No black cats, just straight facts.
Triple P certified.
Listen, we can talk about odds all day. It doesn't matter what the odds are. It matters what's gonna happen.
UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. UFC Ilya Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. It's time finally to break down this card that we all have for a very long time known about. And there's been much speculation. There's been much speculation about how it's going to look, what's going to happen. There's even recent speculation that it's going to be canceled.
There's speculation that it's going to be canceled. I saw there was a lawsuit, but my buddy, who's a beast of a lawyer, he said that there's no possible way that this thing gets
canceled. Won't even talk about that, but there is so much to discuss. So they're going to walk out from the Oval Office. They're going to have the claw. There's going to be heat. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be rain and thunder. It's going to be all these things. The things I want to talk about are who's going to win, guys. There's 7 fights.
Who's controlling the weather that day? That's what I want to.
Controlling the weather that day. Is it going to be, a rain dance? Is it going to be, a cloud seed? Is it going to be a direct energy weapon? There's going to be lots of stuff going on, but we're going to talk about who's going to win. 7 fights to break down. First, let's do a quick recap of last week. I went 8 for 12. I gave you Bonfim over Muhammad, gave you Bryce Mitchell, gave you Iwu Baranuski, gave you Chelsea Chandler, more specifically Chelsea Chandler by submission. Lots of wins, lots of stuff. We went 2 for 6, double P certified, 4 for 6, correct, double P certified. The 2 we got wrong were Dubin and Ziam. We're going to kind of just not even talk about that card unless there's anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, Ziam was my biggest disappointment of the evening for sure. I really wanted him to get that done. Wasn't really active enough. I don't know what to make of it. Tom Nolan must be better than what we thought he was, or Firas Ziam's worse than what we thought he was. I'm not going to throw Firas in that bucket just because it was on like a 6-7 fight win streak. But it is what it is. That was my biggest L of the night. I told you guys Iwo Baranuski first round finish was a 100%, something that I'm throwing a lot of bread behind, but unfortunately they all kind of had Iwo, Bryce, Firas, and Brendan Allen, which, Edmund Shabazian fought a lot better than I expected. I thought Brendan Allen would be able to get a finish, but this guy's dumb as hell. Like, he's so bad. He's like got it all, but he just doesn't have it between the ears, and that's going to be his demise. And that's why whenever you put Brendan Allen on a betting slip, you can never feel 100% confident about what he's going to do in there because he's just so fucking dumb. But yeah, and Bilal Muhammad, like, put the Canelo hands away. Put the wrestling boots back on. Get back on the mat. I'm sick of you seeing you get punched up for 5 rounds, thinking you did an all right job and calling it a day. And now the person I got to fear for most is Ben Askren. After this series of 3 losses, now Bilal is kind of like more sympathetic than Ben at this point because he's been so pathetic in the octagon. But I feel better about Ben wrestling slightly based on his Ariel Helwani interview.
Who's Ben wrestling? Who the fuck is John?
Who the fuck is John?
Who's Ben wrestling?
Ben Askren is wrestling.
I know. I said, who's Ben wrestling? That's his name. I was real quick. Shabazian did not impress. He didn't pull the trigger at all. He looked like shit. He had the blueprint to beat Allen, having trained with Chris Curtis, having trained with Sean Strickland. Should have had the blueprint with Eric Nixick. Didn't, failed, lost. Shame on his name. But I will say, my shame is that I picked Bryce Mitchell on the show as the fight got closer. I started thinking, you know what, Luna, he trains with Arman Tsarukyan. Luna, he's a Mexican wrestler. He actually wrestles like pretty well, like good pedigree for wrestling. Maybe he'll prevent Bryce from taking him down and shin him up. Bryce owns a farm. He's busy hanging out with Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. He's busy. But I was like, perhaps Luna wins. So I kind of like went against myself and picked Luna, and I would have won like $2,000 to $4,000 if Luna won because I parlayed him. But the real thing is, what was the real thing? Ziam. That fight really was kind of a draw in my eyes. Like they did so much like of flip-flop back and forth, like dominance throughout the 3 rounds. It really like nobody won a 10-8, but it could have almost been a draw. But Bonfim, a little too much laughing, a little too much admiration of his own work. Should have got the finish there. Should have finished Bilal. Bilal has this thing where he'll fight like Gary and Jack Della and Bonfim and just lose a striking fight, not try to wrestle, and then not get knocked out. It's like that's the worst of all outcomes,
Yeah, and he thought he won. So I mean, whatever.
He thought he won.
Apparently.
Oh my god, that's insane. So we'll just kind of glaze through that card real quick. We're already on to UFC Freedom 250. I think. I mean, there's more important fish to fry here. Like we said, they're fighting outdoors. Rogan. Well, there's a couple comments here I want to get to. So Justin is disappointed we didn't have some kind of attire. So Justin, I'm actually on vacation right now. That's why I got the weird background. That's why I got the weird attire. I'm unshaved.
I've got one of the greatest American athletes of all time on my shirt, dude. Haley Scamara. Come on, man.
Shouts out to Haley Scamora. Shouts out to the triple champ, the double champ, the best to ever do it. The GOAT. If you know, PWHL, women's hockey, follow it. If you're not running with us, you're running from us. Women's hockey's taking over. And why not Union gloves for one side, Confederate for the other? Why
we couldn't agree on who would be the Confederacy. I really wanted it. Luke really wanted it. Neither of us could come to terms who would be the Union. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Everyone walks out to Slow Music for America represent, and the visitors get to choose between Vietnam Homeland Arcade music. Maybe Jim. That's fair. Dawkins versus Nickel, a Civil War fight. Both walk out to Civil War drums. Okay, and then Ziam, he looked frustrated. I mean, listen, very NBA guardish antics.
I agree.
NBA. Can I just say this? I got a good friend who's from New York. Always talk shit on us for our Philly fan behavior. Like, oh, you Philly fans are garbage. You're trash. You guys win. You burn your whole city down. Hey, we might flip a car. We might climb a pole. We might get pretty drunk. But he can never, ever, ever claim high ground on us again after the videos I've seen of the Knicks.
They were doing this after fucking game 1 of round 1. Like, they do this every time. It went viral once, and now everybody wants their fucking 10 seconds of fame. Side talk on the side of Madison Square Garden. They're
despicable. They're despicable. They're disgusting. And I'm a New Yorker, man. 6 years in New York. I got a fucking uncle-in-law over here in Florida. And you'd think this guy left New York yesterday, the way he acts. And I find out from his wife, he left New York when he was 9 years old. I'm like, he left at 9. I was in New York for 6 years, almost 7 years when I was an adult. Like, I'm a New Yorker more than him. 9 years.
You're a transplant. You're a transplant.
Only 3 of them he was even sentient for. Like, this is bullshit. So, I'm disgusted by the Knicks fans. I see them beating up people with Spurs jerseys. They fucking are ripping jerseys off people, beating them up, fighting each other. And it's like, guys, what's the next step here? Like, you find a Spurs fan, you rip his jersey off, you beat him up. Do you kill him? Do you kite runner him? Like, what is like the deliverance level end game here of these of the torture you're leveling against these visitors to your city? It's despicable. It's disgusting. Give me a mom Donnie egg and cheese until you guys take your fucking city back from the commie. I don't know what the fuck you're bragging about.
I'm rooting for the Knicks strictly because they have like 4 dudes from Villanova on there, and they're just the Villanova Knicks. Nova Nation, baby.
Bro, the Knicks fans are disgusting. I've never seen bigger scumbags walk the streets of New York. If I was still there, if I was still enforcing.
A guy with a beret would slap you in the
York,
face and check you immediately.
No, once I left New York,
guy.
the power vacuum really kind of was there. There was really a power vacuum.
You left the subway stations as a power vacuum as it was. You had all power taken from you by a man with a beret, smoking a cigarette in a tank top and short shorts.
I did not. I could have pushed him onto the tracks. I did not. But the reality is New York has fallen. I hope that the Spurs win at this point. I'm disgusted by the behavior of New York City fans. So anyway, we got UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. It's on a Sunday, bloody Sunday. Hold on, I think I should do this.
And in terms of
Sunday, bloody Sunday. My wife's gonna kill me, dude. She's putting the kid down in the other room, and I'm just I keep doing it.
In terms of walkout music, that song that's in every Vietnam movie would be on my list. I don't know what this
is. Made the way to fly. Yeah, that's perfect. But you know what shouldn't be is the Springsteen song. Born in the USA. That's an anti-USA
Bruce Springsteen?
People don't realize that's an anti-USA song. Springsteen, a real renegade. Him and Brock, real renegades. But no, that is an anti-USA song. Do not be walking out to anti-USA's music. But I want to see somebody come out to Lil Toby Keith. Lil Toby Keith. I mean, me and you kind of have the beat on Toby Keith at this point. Me and you kind of have the, after we singing Toby Keith at our brother's wedding, we really, I think, kind of own that territory. But I'd like to see a little, my daddy served in the army and lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out of his yard until the day that he died. He wants my brother, my mother, and my sister and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. I could do the whole song, but I'm going to calm down for a second, so I want to get copywritten struck in here. We're fucking on one, guys. This is UFC Freedom 250. I'm so excited. I mean, I have some liberal family members, and I want to call them and be like, I should call them live on the show and be like, are you happy about the UFC at the White House? And they know I love UFC. They know their kids, my cousins, love UFC. And I just want to be like, but aren't you happy for me? Aren't you happy that my thing, the thing that you watch?
I'm not with that take at all. I'm fully. I think.
Are you happy? Are you happy for me that the thing that I loved since I was in 6th grade, that I was, I was following it at the most obscure times and evangelizing for this thing, and now this thing that I projected my attention towards has bloomed and blossomed with novelty to the point where they're doing a fight on the White House lawn. I mean, aren't you happy for me that I get to watch this? Aren't you happy for me? Forget Trump, okay? And by the way, Trump, I'm a little sick. Listen. I'm not a Trump guy, but I'm a bit of a renegade. I'm a bit of a libertarian, libertas. And it's like Trump betrayed me too, guys. The big beautiful new bill, you can now only write off 90% of your gambling losses. I'm fucked sauce. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be paying taxes on losses this year. I'm gonna be fucking paying taxes on fucking money lost. And at the end of the day,
you already paid taxes on from your paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, Trump's sending, like Sean Strickland said, Trump's sending 5 to 15K of my tax-paying dollars to Israel. Israel. I'm assuming that means Israel Adesanya. And it's like, this guy doesn't have enough. And then it's like, you were going to war, Trump. I'm a libertarian. I don't want no war. I'm a librarian. I want everybody to just read books. Read a little fucking
Howard Zen.
No, not Howard Zen. But it's like, we can put all that aside and just say, this is cool, Now, I don't know. There's a little devil in me, though, that kind of wants things to go awry. They kind of wants it to rain and there be bugs and there be heat. And there's a little devil in me that almost was thinking well, what happened if they froze? As much as I love what I love, I also just love things going awry, and it's if they said we can't do it anymore, we can't do the fight at the White House, and they just had to sit there with that stupid crane, and Dana White had to book the fight at the fucking Caps arena and real quickly, and it would be funny to me that. I'm for the funny thing.
Did you see Trump talking about the the mind flare, whatever it's called, the claw. That's what it is. He was like
the mind player.
he was like he was like, you know, the Eiffel Tower was never supposed to stay up for very long. That looks like a piece of shit. It's just a bunch of metal. I might leave this thing out here for forever.
It's so funny. I know. I mean, you know, the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be taken down at the end of the World's Fair, and you know they thought it was so beautiful they kept it up, and it's like it's a monstrosity. It's a blight. It's a blight on our society. I mean, this is all. You know, it's so just like. There's a side of me that loves it, that says, hey, you know, Teddy Roosevelt used to have boxing matches on the lawn, and Abraham Lincoln used to wrestle guys, and this is like kind of it's very American, but it's very sloppish. You know, it's also very sloppish. We're kind of I kind of like things better when they're, you know, I think we should make weed illegal again. I think we should make gambling underground again. I think we should really just kind of go back to some more core values and principles. You know what I mean? Like, we're making things too easy. We're getting it from all angles. We talked about this a few episodes ago, but we're getting it from all angles. But like I said, I'm happy. I'm going to just say, hey, at the end of the day, Luke, this is a gift for you. This is beautiful. You get to watch fights on a Sunday taking place at the White House. But it would be funny if John Anik, DC, and Joe Rogan had to sit in the Washington Capitals Stadium because they blocked it from happening, and all they could talk about all broadcasts is how they were supposed to be at the White House. So that would just be so funny. I'd still get my fights. I want to see the fights. I don't really care, you know, that they walk out from the octagon. But we got 7 fights to break down. I want to get right into it.
I'm of the thought, I completely agree with Bryce Mitchell. Don't fault the UFC at all for taking this opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity. If you think that Adam Silver, NFL dude Roger Goodell, you know, all these other fucking commissioners of sports weren't given this opportunity and they wouldn't take it under an administration that was favorable to them. Like, if Barack Obama wanted the fucking Nets versus the Lakers NBA championship on his front lawn, you're not telling me that a certain level of people would be like, oh, that's cool. And you're not telling me that the NBA wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we're doing that. 100% it would happen. Yeah, duh, crazy. But at the same time, it's fucking weird as shit. Like Brendan Schaub said, it's like the Mandingo fights and fucking Django Unchained, like where these rich oligarchs just have a whole bunch of slaves fighting in front of them for wages. Like, kind of fucking crazy. And on top of that, we're at war and it's fucking stupid. And, you know, there's going to be more powerful people in that one area outside in the middle of public where we haven't been able to protect people that are outside in public. Like, we've had assassination attempts, assassinations happening, and we're just going to like put on a huge spectacle outside and label people domestic terrorists, such as fucking Sean Strickland, not let him come and fucking. But, like, Sean, yeah, you're not allowed to go, buddy. Like, no one's allowed to really go. And the fact that you want to go and they're not letting you. And here's the thing, guys. Like, I'm the most American guy here. I'm the only American champ here. Like, I should be there. You know, you might have some points, but you've been very critical of the fucking shit. So, like, why would they let you in?
Well, I mean, Trump's the petty god. I mean, he's more petty than Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya, you know, everybody put together. I mean, he's just a petty god. He's a petty queen. And it's like, you know, he just made Tucker Carlson labeled him a suspected domestic terrorist. So it's why it's like, I'm kind of, I'm excited for there to be no more, like, you know, Trump.
Why? Because he said the green M&M needs her fucking heels back. What did little old Tucker Carlson do? He got on his TV show, said, the green M&M needs to be sexy, and M&M is changing this because it is not regular American values.
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, I think Tucker is doing God's work. I love Tucker.
Fuck him. He's shelling out fucking nicotine and tobacco to people. All these shills out there.
But at least he uses nicotine. You know what I mean? I'll never forget the day he got
Zin
back on.
is not a sin.
He's like, and then my son-in-law hands my daughter's boyfriend hands me something called a Zin, and as somebody who smoked his whole life and quit, I put one in, and it was God's gift to. He's so happy, and it's just like, you know, I just like that Tucker's happy. I want him to be happy and safe. and I love talk, and
I'm only into guys who shill out like blue scorpion milk.
And I love how at the end of the day people go, "Oh, people who voted for Trump who are now regretting it." It's like, yeah, at least we regret it. At least we regret it. When you guys voted for Biden and he was asleep at the wheel, auto pen and everything, you didn't say shit. You defended him until the fucking bitter end, and then you defended them illegally nominating Kamala without a fucking electoral process. So it's like, yeah, I support people until they fucking prove me otherwise, and then I go, oh shit, like, yeah, I don't agree with this. The other side never does that. The other side just digs in, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm a objective person who can analyze situations as they come and evolve. Like, sorry, and I don't like fucking frivolous wars, and I don't like taxes on my gambling losses, and that's pretty much about it. Everything else,
I don't like funding proxy wars. I don't like any of that type of thing. Okay, I don't like my money not fixing the pothole that's been in front of my fucking house for the last 12 fucking months. This fucking pothole that I pay all these taxes, and all of a sudden this pothole is here and it never fucking leaves. The roads here in Philadelphia are terrible.
I hear you, Justin. You're not gonna be able to watch your Simpsons. I watch NASCAR every Sunday, and I'm gonna have to have two screens, my bro. I'm gonna have two screens. Lukey Trump Jr. In Cali, they're expecting me to work one day for 300. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you gotta, and that's despicable. Bullshit. Agreed. I'm going to leave it up to Monday Night Raws and one Raw. I don't know what you're talking about. Agreement is Jewish by her husband. Okay. Yo, Verhoofty Floofin, good to see you. So, guys, listen. There's a lot to discuss here. There's a lot to unpack. Let's kind of slow it down. Pour yourself a drink. Okay, pour yourself two. And let's get into it. Let's slow roll this thing here. There's so much to discuss. There's so much to unpack.
Do you want the movie minute first?
Alex wants to do a movie minute. So before we get into this, Alex has been a real cinephile lately. He's been watching a lot of movies. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. What's the last movie I watched? Well, Toy Story, I guess, is on right now. I'm watching my daughter watch Toy Story, but I've seen all the Toy Stories several times over at this point.
New Toy Story coming out soon.
Excited for 5. Very excited for 5. The last movie I saw in theaters was Zootopia 2. I hadn't seen 1. There's, is
there a lot of context that you needed before Zootopia 2?
Kinda. I mean, it was a fast-paced fucking movie. I was kind of sitting there like, this is too much.
He's a slick talking fox. It's a slick talking fox and a rabbit, Luke. Those are fast animals. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting there like, the rabbit is hot. And then I go online and it's like, everybody thinks the rabbit's hot. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm still trying to figure out what Target is doing. Because I went to Target today, and I've been to Target a lot in my life. And for some, how people say they go on airplanes and they get a little aroused when they're on an airplane.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are they doing at Target? What are they doing at Target?
Oh, yeah.
I walk into a Target and I'm like, whoa. There's a vibe in here. There's a vibe. I'm like, hello. Like, it's everywhere. I don't know. And I can't pinpoint what it exactly is. You know what I mean? But
have you ever thought Computa was making you gay and horny? Have you seen his videos?
Computa, yeah.
A guy goes up to random groups of people. He says, Computa, make these people gay and horny.
Oh, no. I love that guy. He's a Biden blast. Firewall activated. Biden blast.
All right. So I'll give my movie minute. I did see a film 2 days ago at the cinema. It was The Backrooms. Highly anticipated horror movie coming out. Not really horror, more of like a suspenseful, thrilling joyride from start to finish. Kind of always has you on the edge of your seat waiting for something. A little bit of a slow burn. I'll admit it. I was familiar with The Backrooms before seeing this movie, as a kid watching Backrooms video. all the time on YouTube, creepypasta, playing backrooms games and stuff. So I was a little familiar with the lore, not as familiar as a lot of folks. I don't go on Reddit or 4chan or anything like that. Every now and then I'll hit Reddit just to check on Red Bar. That's about it. But that's the extent pretty much. So I see this movie. I will admit, bit of a slow burn, more of like a psychological thriller than like a traditional horror. It kind of jumps you right into some spooky stuff. I liked it. I thought it was good. I will be giving it 5 bags of popcorn. Was it Obsession? No. I think seeing Obsession kind of clouded my vision for a lot of these movies because it gave me unreal expectations for a lot of these films. But it definitely wasn't as good as Obsession. But I will say, Backrooms, great. Cade Pixels or Cade Parsons, young director. These young directors, I mean, Obsession and this, the only two things that have like unique-ish ideas that are twisted differently than seeing all these other very, very like formulaic movies that always have the same things happening, that are always the same exact plot as Star Wars. Like you watch an Avengers movie, it's like, oh, we can't beat this guy. We can't beat this guy. We can beat this guy. I found a way. I saw them. I ran the numbers and then they beat the guy. So it's like very formulaic movies where this is the opposite of that. It'll leave you with a lot of questions. I've been refreshing my memory on a lot of this lore over the past couple days, and I was like, all right, makes a lot more sense now. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I know that the guy, Caden Parsons, wants to make a fucking what's it called? The Mummy kind of cringe, like gross ripping of skin cringe. Oh, gotcha. Okay. The movie The Mummy with Brendan Fraser,
Grim Reaper.
I think he's talking about the Brendan Fraser's Mummy. But yeah, 5 bags of popcorn. Love the movie. Very unique. I'm excited to see what they do with it. The guy who directed it wants to have like a mini series. He already has like a pretty extensive body of work on YouTube. If you want to watch that in preparation to see the movie, very head scratcher. It's more like a Shutter Island than your Frankenstein, Mary Shelby's Frankenstein. It's more of a head scratcher, and you're like, wow. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, I really want to make a movie about Knicks fans. Like, I want to make a movie, right? Like the basis, like the premise of the movie is like, okay, Knicks fans beating people up outside of the basement. I want to make a movie like a Lord of the Flies style movie about like sports fans, and they like just take it too far. You know what I mean? Against like the other team, like they just like they kill them and they like torture them. Like,
it's easier with like college football because there are like stories already about that, and you could kind of like hearken upon those old stories, go back to that time, make it a period piece. 1978, we kill the other team's mascot, they kill our team.
I want it to be modern though. I want it to be like they're TikToking, they're trying to get fame, and they're like kidnapping other fans, and it's just like 5 days after the game is already like done and no one's even thinking about it, and they're still like in someone's basement, and they're like, bro, like I don't even really care about Wembanyama that much, and they're like, yeah, you wore that jersey and you're, hey, how you feel now? And it's like, dude, I don't really care. The new one, Justin, what are you talking about?
Hold on, go up one more. Thank you.
And yes,
it just falls like that.
Single moms who have rich husbands. Well, if they have rich husbands, they're not single, but are horny. It's not about, Justin, I guess it's almost 5 o'clock California time, and Hills Have Eyes. It's been made. Yeah, it has been made. The Hills Have Eyes has been made. As a kid, The Hills Have Eyes was pretty spooky. I will say it was. Spooky.
It was when that dude shoved his tongue. When that dude did when the Rock Man shoves his tongue in the regular girl's mouth.
Dude, and you're thinking of Hills Have Eyes 2, I think. Hills Have Eyes 2. Yeah. 2 hills have 2 eyes. Two hills, two eyes. Really spooky. Me and my friend still quote that movie all the time. He goes, when the guy in the wheelchair is like, walkie, he goes, kill the baby gargoyle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give my movie premise that I want to do away because I think it's that good that you're going to need to pay me to see that. Like, I've told Luke about it in private. Luke knows about this movie idea. Has to do with Martin Luther King. And that's where I'll leave it. And that's the whole movie, guys. So I would never give that idea away, not without at least producing rights. Executive producer, in fact. I would need to get Final Cut. I would need to get Final Cut Pro, a final approval. I want to see what ends up on the cutting room floor, and I need to be the star of the movie.
You know, it's interesting to think how the AI situation is going to pan out because, like, you have on one hand AI doing all sorts of good, cool, fun things. Then you have on the other hand people saying like doom and gloom, AI is going to take all of our jobs. Then you have Trump who recently said, you know, we're going to have a meeting with these AI heads of these companies because America is so far ahead of China that we'll see. Did Alex say it in another episode? Did Alex say it in another episode?
No. That's not the adjacent to that, but not quite.
So, but my thing is this: like Trump he basically said that they're going to try to do like an Alaska style thing with the AI, which is like to say, you know, Alaska, they have this like oil surplus and there's like more money than people living there. So they give like 20 to 35 grand a year to the people who live in Alaska because of the oil surplus. Right.
Yeah.
And I kind of like look at Trump said, like, you know, there might be something where like the United States owns a portion of these companies and we start an AI fund and we can give people who get displaced in their jobs like money for like the, you know, for the AI. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, we don't want that. Like, people want purpose. Like, people like, first of all, like, Alex,
I don't know, man. When I'm sitting here grinding 99s on RuneScape, I have a ton of purpose, and my normal job is getting in the way of my quest to max out my RuneScape account. So personally, I mean, if you want to give me some type of global income, whatever Andrew Yang was yapping about back in the day, if you want to give me that, go ahead.
But here's my thing, dude. If everybody, what they're really doing is establishing a state of serfdom, right? I mean, it's like there's people who are going to be like up here who actually have money that they make, and then there's going to be people who have to eat off the money that they're given, and it's just going to be everybody living in these fucking dismal conditions, except the people who aren't taking that. And then you're going to have, like, during the pandemic.
First, you kill off all of the homeless right away.
Well, that's the thing. Like Grimes, Elon Musk's ex said, they need to do a mass depop effort. They need to, like, bring in Project Bluebeam, have the fake aliens come and direct energy weapon everybody and just decimate it so there's only, like, you know, 800,000 or 10 million people left. And then they go, okay, hey, now everyone's going to have beachfront property. And it's like, okay, all right. Then I'm kind of, and if I survive that, which I should, I'm like a cockroach, you know, I'm a survivor.
Lucky.
They you know, if they do that, then I might be like, I'll be like, hey, okay. As long as nobody I knew or liked, I mean, you know, got direct energy weapon by the fake aliens, then I'm okay with it. But there's also the thing where it's like during the pandemic, they gave you a bunch of free money because you got laid off from your Planet Fitness job.
They took it all back.
And they tried to take it all back. So
they did take it all back. They did take it all back.
It's like
I worked at a warehouse at that time, but no, yeah, they
worked at Planet Fitness, and
I worked at a warehouse at that time. It was
who remembers more, me or you? Who remembers more?
Me for sure. Because one time I shit my pants there, and instead of telling them I shit my pants, my mom had gotten into a car accident a day before, and I had a picture of the car wreck. And I showed my boss a picture of my mom's car because I shit my pants at work. And I was like, my mom just got in an accident. I got to get out of here. I got to go. But in reality, I was sitting with doo-doo in my pants. It was one of the worst, you know, it was terrible. It was so bad.
Well, like, my point is that they're not good at like that. You know what I mean? They're not good at like how, first of all, what are they going to do? Okay, tell us. Use this online forum and tell us how your job was lost due to AI. And you're like,
Well, I'm starting to think that wasn't necessarily the government's fault, and the company was like, this guy like barely worked for us. And I'm like, I worked for you. And they're like, give us your unemployment back. And I was like,
Yeah.
there was a pandemic. The news told me to go on unemployment.
It just seems like, put it this way, if they told me, Luke, we're going to give you $100,000 a year to sit on your ass, or you could keep your current job.
They already do to you.
But if they say, or Luke, you keep your current job, you make $125 a year and plus commission, and you have hope, right? Like you have hope of making more. I'd be like, give me the hope. I'd rather have the hope. I'd rather have a purpose in my life. I'd rather feel like I'm doing something, because if they give me $100,000, they give everybody $100,000. Now I'm just a minimum wage serf. You know what I mean? I'm not actually
what
like
Anakin says after he wipes out all the sand people. He says, the shifter is broken on this. Things were so simpler when I was just fixing things.
Yeah. And that's true. And, it's almost like I'm kind of looking at it like this. Like maybe I start a restaurant, or I become an electrician, a Sparky, if you will. Something that the AI won't take, you know what I mean? Like something that like the robots won't replace me, in my lifetime, hopefully yet. Right. And it's like,
they can't replace our job.
So as I'm thinking this, I pull into Hardee's on my road trip. Pull into Hardee's, get myself a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. By the way, Hardee's, do better. You should be ashamed to call that a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It's not hot. It's not spicy. It's nothing. A true Nashville hot chicken sandwich you're doing it all wrong. You can call it a spicy chicken sandwich if you want, but quit calling it a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It ain't no Nashville hot chicken sandwich. So I pull in and I see this woman weighing, $4.50, $4.50 pounds behind in the drive-through window. And I'm like, and I have this epiphany where I go, she's not fucking worried about AI. Like, and then I realized, I'm like, I've thought this for a while, but it really sunk in that, like,
I better not ever see you in a drive-through line. Shout out to Caleb Hammer.
Yeah. Caleb, I'm on the road. I needed to get Hardee's. But it's like the rich and the poor have way more in common than me and you, right? Like the middle class people, we have hope. Like we think we can like do better and like we're gonna climb up. The rich have like nothing to lose. They're like, yeah, like AI ain't gonna affect me. The poor are like, what are you gonna do? I'm working at Hardee's drive-through. Like, what more can you take from me? It's like,
well, that very easily, actually. That job is one of the most at-risk jobs, I'd say.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, for sure, but they're not worried about it. They're just like, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, all right, like, I don't know. I think we all need to kind of come together and be like, we don't want to, like, hey guys, bake the AI and let us know when it's fully cooked to where it's going to be.
Pull that last comment up from Justin.
Hold on. The fruition of okay.
Hopefully you leave that at home and not at the clubs. Justin, I don't go to clubs. I'm married. Fucking idiot. I don't go to clubs and I don't give a fuck. Star Wars is less nerdy than watching Captain America win again. Okay, at least there's a little bit of parody and character strife and struggle and internal complication in Star Wars, my friend.
There is no point to go to a club. I mean, at the end of the day, think about this. Like, you're going to pay a cover charge and overpay for liquor to what? Like,
to listen to music that's too loud, be in a place that's too crammed. And believe me, I love a smush party. I love a party where everybody's wall to wall. You can't even move in there. Okay. Back in my day, I would be the smusher at the smush party. I'd be smushing everything in sight. Yeah.
Here's the move. If you're single, instead of going to clubs, like if you have the budget,
We'll see.
To meet a low value woman. Exactly. But it's like, how about this, right? Here's my thing, Wilsey. Here's what
high value women are not what you want, guys. Okay. By the way, you want a low value woman. You want somebody you can keep in their place, a girl that's making a lot of money, giving you lip.
Someone you can impress. If there, guys, walk a mall. go to retail stores. Like if I
Target.
were, for example, Target. If I, for example, were like, let's say you're making $150K a year, right? You're doing fine, no debt. You got an apartment. You're making more than you're spending. What you do is, instead of going to a club and trying to impress a girl who's going to get flown out to Dubai, you fucking go to the mall, right? You find a retail working chick who's hardworking and is just not that bright, right? But is still, I don't know, 23 and gorgeous, and it just happens to work at a mall. You go there and they're making $10 an hour. You just be like, I have a great job with health insurance, be my girlfriend. And then you pluck them from obscurity, and all of a sudden they're like, they're impressed by you.
Matt Damon or Mark Wahlberg
Wahlberg
project. They're married to women that are normal people, like teachers or something.
Exactly.
And in fact, one of them told me, Luke, one of them told me that at their
high
school,
moral,
they had cat boxes.
Grateful, low income, good looking young women. That's what you got to aim for. Instead of trying to find these Botoxed out idiots at the club who they're not there for you. You're doing well. You're making 150 to 200K a year. You're in like the 1% like of America, not of America, but of you're in like the top like 5%. Like no, like you're double, like triple the average salary. You don't go to the clubs where these Botox chicks
for Hoofy, that is the right decision, my friend.
They're not looking for you. You know what I mean?
For Hoofy, genius play, super high level tech there. That's
whatever you want to do, and you know what I mean. You establish you set a base, you set a pace, and then you just go. You find chicks that are like, holy shit, like you have a corporate job and you make like $200,000 a year. Like, oh my god, like this is amazing. You know what I mean? And they're like, and you're like, yeah, baby, you don't need to work at J. Crew anymore. And then you bring them into your life.
Now, Luke, that's a great place to go. J. Crew,
hot topic. I would say hot topic, but it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Hot topic's hit or miss.
You're either find a goth or a goth mommy,
or you either get a goth baddie or a girl with way too hairy arms and a mustache, and you're like, which way are you going here? You know what I mean? Are you M to F or F to M? What am I finding? What about on your journey? Where am I finding you at this moment? I'm poor. I have normal woman. You rich. You don't want normal. No. Tiger Woods banging every waitress. The
Perkins. He went to a Perkins and he was married to a model. Got caught banging a Perkins waitress.
You need girls who are like, the real thing men want isn't, it doesn't need to be looks. It needs to be girls who are like, you're amazing. Like, trust me, guys. Once you have looks, but then the looks, they kind of start looking at you like, like they're good looking, but then all of a sudden they're like, man, like, you're schooling them, you're Patrice O'Neilling them, you're teaching them all the karate moves, you're teaching them how to act, how to live in life, and then they go like, all right, cool, now I know all your magic tricks. Now I'm going to use these magic tricks on you. It's like, whoa. How about you go use them on the world instead of trying to turn the gun around on me? You find a girl who just finds you amazing. I'm telling you, that's what you want. You want a girl who's like grateful and happy to be with you. You know what I mean? And you're only going to find that at the mall. The mall. Let's go to the mall today.
That's from How I Met Your Mother? Is that what that's from? Robin's Canadian singing career.
Boys are speaking facts. We are speaking facts. At the end of the day, it's like, and I'm not even saying you can't do both. I'm not even saying you can't have your trophy wife and still go to the mall. Still
Get a
go
little
to the
side.
mall. You know what I mean?
A little side. And don't cry about it like Joe Piper.
Show up to the start.
And
you show up to the start.
Go out there. Don't try to kill yourself because you're getting a little side like Joe Piper.
you show up to the mall or you go to the Starbucks. She's got the green apron on. She's like, she's like, I probably look like shit right now. And you're like, I just want to say, I love your style. I love your vibe. Ignore this. Hey, look, no, don't worry about this. And then you say what every guy says who's cheat. Every guy goes, instead of letting them find out, and then you be like, oh no, my wife's cool, we're in an open relationship. No, you address it immediately. You go, no, I sometimes forget I even need to address this because I'm so used to just what I got going on here. And then they're like, but they're becoming increasingly hip. You're like, oh, I forgot. Of course I'm not hiding this because I don't need to. Or you go the other route. You go, oh yeah, I guess I'm still wearing this thing. I miss her every day. It's been 8 months. It's been 8 months since the car accident. I don't know when I'll take it off, but just sometimes I forget I'm even wearing it. I miss her so much. These are jokes, guys. We're kidding. At the end of the day, you got to find your ride or die. My wife is my ride or die. My wife is the best woman in the world. I would never, ever, ever, ever stray. I'm giving you guys this advice. I'm just saying if I could do it all over again, honestly, I'd probably be homosexual. I'd probably try that. I try to brainwash myself. You know what I mean? I'd be like, let's see if I could just tolerate this, because at the end of the day, men are a lot easier to deal with, right? I mean, Brendan Schaub, What did he say, Alex, in the Gringo Poppy?
What?
Was Schaub's
It's like, oh, that's your takeaway?
About what? I know every line.
The fire,
Taco Bell Mexican.
No, he says, playing Call of. He's like, you're staying up, playing video games, and then you fuck.
Oh yeah. I think that might have been. I think you'd be surprised, actually. As the Schaub,
I would date you. I would date you just for the bid.
Yeah,
I'd be like, legalize it. Legalize it. I love my brother. Hey, legalize it. Oh, I'm sorry. Love is love. Love is love.
You probably would get a like.
What's your argument? We ain't gonna have kids. What's your argument?
You probably your comedy career would have really taken off if your comedy career. If you'd have done that, Jerry Seinfeld would have been like, "Oh yeah, you're in the club," and Woody Allen's like, I don't know.
Any of size.
I don't know what Woody Allen sounds like.
I love the balls on my mouth.
So I gave him a job. I gave him the job.
The longer the sideburns on the girl, the better the cook. That is fair. Because you know why? Lunch ladies. Mullet, sideburns, lunch lady. The bigger the beering, the more trouble. Exactly. That is true. Again, 2 for 2. Justin.
Hey, you don't got to tell me, buddy. You don't got to tell me. My Puerto Rican princess is a handful, okay?
We'll see. We were with you there for a while, Luke. I don't know. We'll see where I lost you. Maybe when I said I would marry my brother. I don't know where I lost you.
I think that's probably about it. You were like, if I could go
back,
I'd be gay and fuck my brother and be a weirdo.
I said it was for a bit. And it's also,
I'm starting to think it's not a bit anymore. You mentioned it a lot.
We'd be so TikTok famous. You know what I mean? What's old fashioned? Marrying your brother? My lady once asked me if I could turn gay. I told her if I could, I would. It would be way easier. Yeah, that we'll see. I mean, if you could, you would. I'm gonna argue you can. You know what I mean?
Book,
the frogs.
I've only written like one book. It was like How to Be a Wag. And the Lemony Snicket's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The number
Alex
one.
Actually is Lemony Snicket. That's his pen name. Spoiler alert: Alex is Lemony Snicket.
We're supposed to give that up. Luke is J.K. Rowling, in fact.
For some reason, J.K. Rowling has a house the size of the Queen of England. She tapped into an archetype. It's my Jordan Peterson.
And I
think we should get into it. I mean, guys, Thanks for
The
watching.
bloody shame of it all is you can't even write a book anymore about wizards or bankers.
There's so much to say, really. There's so much to say. But I know you guys are single out there. I'm just saying, hold out hope. Be open-minded.
Yeah, Luke thinks y'all are incels. I think you guys get so much pussy. If you watch this, you must get so much pussy. Like, you're so cool. Personally, I think all you guys are getting all the pussy.
Well, I'm just trying to think of a good what's the word? A segue. You know what I mean? A good segue. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Alex's movie minute. You know the segue. We were talking about malls. Paul
We
Blart
saw that
Mall
in
Cop.
theaters. We saw that in theaters,
Really?
you and I. Yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop. With your high school sweetheart, I believe. I think we all saw it together for some reason.
I don't remember this at all. I don't remember this at all, but it sounds like something she would want to see. not too bright. Not too bright. Poor girl. I think a quick description of a book I kind of wrote in jail in the chat talking about writing. But a quick description of the book I kind of
Okay.
wrote.
It's when he said
Listen, you were in jail?
the fruition
For
of
what?
love. Go up to 746 in the comments. He was sad we skipped
okay, yes,
it. He was sad we skipped it. That's what he meant.
Okay, let's see.
He put his heart into the pen on that one, so he really wanted
The fruition of love. Vietnam War era, rich orange field family in California. Troubled rich kid falls in love with an immigrant girl and has to go back because of problems with America, and she teaches him love. Yeah. And then
Sounds like a great book.
with field work and how you got to take time and love to grow something. Metaphor. Justin, I love it.
That's
I
deep,
love
dude.
it.
That's deeper than I thought you could get.
That's actually very deep. I love it. So it's a guy in America. He's a rich kid. He falls in love with an immigrant from Mexico, and then America, problems in America. He goes to, for some reason, Mexico, because in some future where America's having problems, Mexico is flourishing. I don't know how that. You got to figure out how you get from A to B there, but because in my opinion, if America's fallen, I mean Mexico, what's going on there? I mean. But yeah, it's kind of a reverse thing, kind of like a Romeo and Juliet thing, a West Side Story. I really like it.
Because
leave me alone. The boys are riffing. all the while, my wife is.
Dude, it's because he was dishonorably discharged. It's that simple.
Yes.
He was dishonorably discharged because he wouldn't do.
He has problems in America.
He has problems because
he
watched
problems. America.
I thought it was the rape of what is it called?
Nantucket. BB King, Albert King.
Oh man, comedy.
My wife is going to hear in and out of the kitchen, hearing every fourth paragraph of this long soliloquy, and probably
no. As soon as you started talking about the mall, her ears been glued to the door the entire time, and she's like, "All right, Luke talks about the mall too much. He loves the mall."
Diego Lopez for a person to win Sunday. Interesting. Well, Justin, I'll say this. You got the favorable closing line value because at the end of the day, he opened as a much bigger favorite than he is now. So if you like Diego, I'll tell you what, you're getting a better line every minute because the line is falling on him a lot. So, okay, guys, let's get into it. No more time to waste. First fight. The first person to walk from the Oval Office to the through the White House and into the octagon, the first fighter to enter the octagon in a historic, something that will be in textbooks if there are textbooks, if they don't do the fake alien invasion and reset history entirely. The first, I really see a kind of Tartarian style erasure, a mud flood style erasure of all of our history. But the first fighter will be Steve Garcia. He will be making the walk, and like you said, Justin. Steve Garcia, Mexican-American, American Dream.
Daenerys?
Steve, what did I say? What? Targaryen? Tartarian.
Yeah, Daenerys.
No, Tartarian. You don't know about Tartaria? Tartarian mud flood?
No, I'm tartarded, so.
Gotta look it up. And when you look into it.
Bangkok ready.
Yeah. Wrong one.
And when you look into it,
When you look into the Tartarian mudfloods, you tell me what's going on with Devil's Tower. I've been there myself. Put my hand to it. Felt something.
Did it feel like bark or did it feel like rock?
You know what's funny? Back then, I didn't even fucking think about it. And then I get into my deep rabbit holes and I go, I was there. And I never even thought about it. I don't even know what was going on with me then. I don't even know why I didn't think that this looks like a giant tree stump. But anyway, Steve Garcia will make the wall.
Giant lumberjack. Who was the giant lumberjack?
Oh, Paul Bunyan.
So, you heard the story.
With his blue ox. This is a blue horse.
Ox. No, it wasn't ox.
This is a horse, though.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is a horse. Behold a pale blue horse.
Every time I go to Denver.
I didn't even notice. No, I won't hold my horses and death riding a horse. Dude, this is sick. Yo, I'm about to actually ride into this shit and fucking, it only makes sense that I actually smash this card, actually. It only makes sense.
Wait, Luke, is that a palm tree? That's a palm tree. So that's a seahorse. Seahorse, sea howl, because the Grim Reaper's on top of it. Shout out to drinking out of cups. Seahorse, sea howl.
I just feel as though it's kind of my destiny to smash this card. You see Steve easier to stop than Lopez. I mean, Orichi Lang stopped him in China, but they shipped Nifty Steve over there to lose. You know what I mean? They probably poisoned them. They were messing with his water. And I agree with you. I agree with that. But Diego's hard to stop.
You know what's weird about this, Luke? I will say this. Conspiracy theory about this fight. Guy with a neck wound, Diego Lopez, is fighting against friend of Charlie Kirk on the White House lawn. I will say that Diego Lopez always grabbing his neck during fights.
I heard Eric will be in attendance.
Charlie Kirk? No, Luke, he's dead. Oh, Erica. She's doing commentary. She's doing commentary, I believe.
I heard she was taking Bruce Buffer's position, and it's like, Erica, go home.
You got clipped.
I think that's the real reason.
I think that's fake.
I think that's the real, but she'll probably be there, and I think that's the real reason Sean wasn't allowed in, because he said that whole little thing about Erica Kirk. Like, I think that was the button he pushed. You know what I mean? I think
the real question is Theo Vaughn there? Personal friends with
if Theo Vaughn goes, I'll be like, okay, you were sitting there saying you're scared about getting clipped up because they did the ice video thing and you're gonna go there. Okay, you're not really that scared. He's definitely gonna be there. I would assume if Jelly Roll's there, I will turn my TV off. I will turn my TV off.
Turn the TV off.
I almost guarantee you Jelly Roll will be there.
You know, if Jelly Roll is there,
Joe Rogan. Here's my impression of Jelly Roll. Call him, Joe Rogan. If you could just find it in your heart to give me one of your extra tickets, for this former felon to come to the White House and witness this historic event would mean the world to me, brother, and I would be eternally grateful. Why does Jelly Roll fucking talk like Abraham Lincoln? Is the real question. 7 years ago.
He wasn't talking that way at the Juggalo Con, I will say that. But Jelly Roll is a weirdo and a pervert. And I will say this. I'll go on a limb. If Jelly Roll's there, I don't mind something bad happening. It could be rain.
Okay, don't say that.
It could be rain. It could be rain that I'm referencing.
Yeah. I would love, if Jelly Roll's there and a thunderstorm.
I hope the Nats get him. I hope the rain gets him.
I hope this. If they do pan the camera to Jelly Roll in the crowd, here's what I see. I hope he goes.
No, speaking of the mummy, I want it to be like pesticide coming out of his mouth.
Swatting the mosquitoes.
I want it to be a full pesticide situation, like a la Brendan Fraser's mummy. Just Luke is like coming out of his mouth. That'd be excellent.
Yeah, doesn't it does like I don't care, right? I don't want to be there. I purposely got the fuck out of the DC metro area for this event. But I will say, if I'm like imagine this, right? Imagine I'm in the military and I'm who I am, which is the biggest UFC fan that's ever walked this fucking earth, right? And I'm like, I go, oh wow, they're only letting military people go. I could go, and I apply, and they deny me, right?
Well, because your waist ratio is off.
Yeah. Trump only wants really good looking guys. But have you been seeing the Instagram videos I send you of the gay guy doing his Trump thing? Have you been seeing them?
No.
Oh my! Go check your Instagram and watch this guy. It's so funny, dude. But it's like a gay guy talking, and it's Trump's speeches, but he's like doing the act out, and it's so funny. But what I'm saying is, if I was in the military and I applied to go there, and knowing who I am as the biggest UFC fan there ever was, and they for some reason denied me, right? But then I look and I see Cash motherfucking Patel there, I would actually be pissed off. I would actually be like, okay, we have this is a travesty. You know, I see Erica Kirk's casual ass there. Erica Kirk, name 5 fighters. Name 5 fighters, Erica Kirk. Name the last 5 UFC lightweight champions, Erica Kirk. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you really, it's like it would really irk me if casuals got to pretend that they were, you know, like there all along. Like that kind of shit does actually piss me off. I don't know if I did send it to you, Alex. Let me see. I'll send one to you right now. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, I just sent you 2 of them, Alex. They should be top of your inbox. I bumped them to the top of your inbox. But yeah, it really, like, you know, I like to pretend I'm above it all, but it really would irk me if I knew I should be there and had a chance to be there, and others get to be there that aren't as dedicated, that aren't as evangelical as I have been, that aren't as supportive, that aren't as hardcore as I have been, right? I know there's a new, Justin, you keep bringing this up. There's a new Mummy movie coming in 2026. Honestly, my wife will be super stoked because she loves the Mummy. Trump dance. This is an event for the casual sugi. For sure. To watch, but to be there and to be allowed the access. I mean, Alex and I went to Madison Square Garden, which for the BMF title fight. Alex and I, and by the way, didn't pay $1. Alex and I were gifted tickets to see Masvidal versus Diaz. And I felt like that was the fight gods aligning perfectly to go, Luke, you deserve this. Somehow, some way, I find myself in New York City on the day, living in New York City. The fight's coming to New York City. It's one of my favorite fighters, Nate Diaz, fighting for a belt that never existed before. And somehow, some way, without me trying at all, pure Neville Goddard level manifestation, the tickets come to me for free. And me and Alex are sitting there live, going through Secret Service to watch Masvidal Diaz with Trump in attendance, The Rock in attendance. And that's how it should be. It's like when you know you've earned it and deserve it, it will come to you no matter what. You won't even need to lift a finger. And part of me kind of felt like, now I would not go to this event in a million trillion fucking years. I would not go to this event.
Because you're not a fascist.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just not gonna. Unless they're like, okay, Luke, come be in Ilya Topuria's corner because we saw your boxing ball videos. We know you got hands. Like at the end of the day, if they wanted to say, like, Luke, we saw the video. If they said, we know you got hands, we'd actually like you to be in the corner.
And what people didn't understand is sometimes the ball hits back.
Sometimes the ball's back, and that's a tennis ball. But bottom line, you could put a baseball on there. You could put a fucking cue ball on there, and I would smack that thing. You know what I mean? I have the death touch. Even with my left. I have the death touch. Yes, exactly. So, all right, first fight. Steve Garcia makes the walk first. He gets into the cage. I watched him on Ariel Helwani's show, and I watched him beat the fuck out of Onama. What's his first name? David Onama. I watched him beat the fuck out of Onama. Barack Onama. And my thing is this. So let's break down this fight. Let's get into it, guys. UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. Full card predictions starting now. UFC Freedom 250 Topuria versus Gaethje taking place in Washington, D.C. at the White House lawn. It starts Sunday, Bloody Sunday, 6/14 at Pert Near. This is saying 8 p.m. All the fights say 8 p.m. It says that every fight starting at 8 p.m. What time does the first fight start? It says, I love how it's like, what time does the main card start? Because this is saying 8 p.m. and that can't be true. It says UFC Freedom
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay.
Will start 5 p.m. Pacific, which would mean that
Google, I just want to be clear. On Google, it says
prelims earlier in the afternoon. Thanks, Google. Thanks, fucking AI Google bullshit. Earlier in the afternoon.
Yeah. The only fucking reputable way to look at this is to just go to your sports book, which actually always has the right times. But it says on Google, it says Elite Sport versus Justin Gaethje, 8 p.m. Alex Pereira versus Rugan, 8 p.m. Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zabi, 8 p.m. It says 8 p.m. for every single fucking fight. And I'm against it. Let me just say that. UFC. Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, do the math. There's only 3 other fights before the main card. Oh, no, it's all main card, Luke. The whole thing starts at 8 o'clock. It's all main card slotting, according to Tapology. Dude, they got me up all night.
You're right. So, okay, here we go. So, Steve Garcia will fight at 8:15. Bo Nickel 8:45 or 8:45. Yeah, so it looks like the championship fight's going to kick off about 11:45 p.m.
I feel you, Justin, but that doesn't fucking 4 in California. I don't care about that until I move to Seattle. Okay, I don't care.
I was wondering where I was going to watch this fight, and the fact that it's not even starting until 8 p.m. means I have to be watching it at home. My kids will be in bed, so it's 8 o'clock, 8:15 p.m. start time. Steve Garcia is making the walk at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. Okay, Steve Garcia makes 8 p.m. We gotta wait till 8 motherfucking p.m.
8 p.m. and then stay up all night on a Sunday fucking night. That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean I'm on vacation, so. I'm off, you know. And by off, I mean I work every single fucking day. So it's a real mystery. Just square that circle. Colby Covington was the welterweight champion who never lost the belt, but wasn't the champion anymore. So figure that out. Luke is on vacation, but works every day. Figure that one out. Okay. 8 p.m. Steve Garcia makes the walk. You know, this is one of the fights that people were like, what? No, this is an amazing fight. This is a fucking amazing fight. You guys know I've loved Diego Lopez. I've supported him throughout his entire career. I've picked him in every single fight he's been in. He's a minus 170 favorite. The line opened at, I believe, minus 220. He's 31 years old, 145-pounder, 5'11", 72.5-inch reach, taking on nifty Steve Garcia, plus 140 underdog, 34 years old. 6 foot tall, 75-inch reach, training at Jackson Winklejohn MMA. Nifty Steve is on a more than 5-fight win streak, but he just knocked out Diego Onama 7 months ago. He beat Calvin Kattar. Before that, he knocked out Kyle Nelson with some illegal shots to the back of the head. He knocked out Sung Woo Choi. He knocked out Mecca Lizelle Costa. He is surging, rolling. Diego has only lost to the champ Volkanovski, and obviously, his first fight in the UFC, I believe it was Movsar Evloev. He's lost to other people too, but he lost in the Contender Series to Anderson Brito. He lost to Movsar Evloev. He beat Gavin Tucker, Pat Sabatini, Sadiq Youssef, Dan Ige, Brian Ortega, and John Silva. The only one of those that impresses me is John Silva, to be honest with you, and Sadiq a little bit, but Sadiq kind of left his skills in the locker room that night. Here's what I'll say. You guys know how much I love Diego Lopez. You know how much I support Diego Lopez. But one thing that always stands out in my mind is what Khabib said. You can't have two primes. The Super Bowl hangover is real. This guy got 2 chances to fight Alexander Volkanovski. He got 2 chances to fight Alexander Volkanovski, and both times he squandered the opportunity. Both times he lost by decision. Both times he fought like a pussy coward. So after his last fight against Volk, when I had a huge bet on this boy, I didn't burn it, but I put that. I didn't bring my Dream, Believe, and Make It Happen shirt to Florida. I didn't bring it. I left it home. I looked at it. I said,
because the last few times you've worn it, it's been a bad omen.
I said, oh, Diego, I should bring this. These fights. And I go, nah, I shouldn't. And I think subconsciously I knew then I wasn't going to pick him. And I'm picking Nifty Steve Garcia. I think if any of all the underdogs on this card, this is the one that makes the most sense to a guy like me. I go, Steve Garcia doesn't give a fuck, hits hard as shit, fights smart, has good eyes, and has a chip on his shoulder. And I really hope that he fights with one. I love Steve. I'm going with Steve. I'm killing my darling Diego Lopez, and I'm picking Steve Garcia. I have Steve Garcia already in 1 parlay out of 3 that I built. I'll tell you all of them. But a 5-leg parlay that I have begins with Steve Garcia. I'm going with Steve Garcia. And I think that I don't know that I find Diego to be very hard to knock out, but I think the way Steve punches, the way he extends his punches, the way he has long jabs, and the way he follows up for the kill, he might finish him.
I have one question for you, Luke. What's better, a Sao Paulo Mexican or a Taco Bell Mexican?
Taco Bell Mexican.
And that's what I have to think myself. Taco Bell Mexicans, like, they deal with the cheese, the meat, the rice, all the above. Diego Lopez was just dealing with fucking acai.
Can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
To that point, Steve lives in America and isn't satisfied yet. Diego lives in Sao Paulo in Mexico and has made more money and has gotten more attention and more fame and more everything than Steve has ever gotten, and has been treated with the fucking velvet gloves, white glove treatment for Diego Lopez. He gets 2 title shots in a row.
Luke, that's why people are upset that Diego Lopez got this opportunity. Not that it's not a good fight, but it's just like, who did Diego Lopez send pictures of Alexa Grasso's feet to get all of the opportunities ever? Always. Like, he gets every opportunity. And sure, he's very opportunistic, but it's like, does he necessarily deserve it at 145? I mean, he's had 2 title shots, both of which he got blown out of the water. Right now, he's kind of in that, gatekeeper area where it's like, he's not going to be champ as long as Volkanovski's champ. It's kind of a similar situation with like Yair Rodriguez that they have with him, where they see this market. And it's like, there's other guys who could have gotten this opportunity. Movsar Evelev, Funkmaster. I mean, honestly, now that I'm looking at the rankings right now, no, there isn't. Because here's the top 5. Volk Ilya, who is not at that weight anymore, Topology. Thank you. Diego Lopez, Movsar, Yair, Aljo, Brian T. City, John Silva. Aljo would never get it because he's a whiny little bitch. Yair, he's spoiled goods. John Silva, he's so silly. He would cry literally every single second of every single situation that happens while he's at the White House. He never thought he'd be at La Casa Blanco. I guess Movsar and Diego are the only ones who really deserve it. And by all accounts, Evloev is like, I only fight once every 15 months, brother. I only fight once every 15 months. My fiance was recently asking me, why does everybody hate these Dagos? Why do they hate the Dagestani guys who come in, grab belts, this, that, the third? Because they only fight once every 50 months. You would think Movsar Evelev, right? You would think Movsar Evelev is 50-0 in the UFC. He's 10-0. Okay? He's 10-0. He's been in the UFC since 2019. So that means, guys, he's fought 10 fights in 7 years. That is bordering on one fight a year. That's why we hate these guys. They fucking suck. I think that Steve Garcia wins this fight. I think that Diego Lopez is silver spoon guy. I think Steve Garcia is pulling himself up by his bootstraps. And sure, you know, it's like Chael Sonnen says about his dad who used to race horses. Some horses, you got to walk out. You just give them a walking lap and they come out and you don't train them once. They come out and they run. But I don't think Diego Lopez is that guy. I think Steve Garcia is a guy who puts his engine on red a lot of the time, playing a lot of Forza. I'm a little bit of a racist. I race every day in Forza. So give me Steve Garcia. I think Steve Garcia wins this fight. I love Diego Lopez, as Luke mentioned, but I've picked against him in every fight that he has lost, and I've picked it correctly. So give me Steve Garcia. I think that he loses this one. I did get tricked by some AI, Dana White. Like, it's like Steve Garcia had to pull out. So we are giving Diego Lopez Alexander Volkanovski on the White House lawn. I was like, yeah, what the fuck?
They called me up and I wish I could do an Alexander Volkanovski accent. You know, I'm working on specifics and they called me up and I've been working on specifics.
The up was good there. All right, let's we got a front load of comments over here, or a butt load of comments over here. Let's see what's up.
Detroit Rock City movie is what you're thinking about for the UFC event. The ball floated, hands and telepathic too. Holy shit.
So you do like Star Wars.
Probably 4 in Cali. Probably 7 for you. Gosh damn, no, it's going to be 5 for you, Justin. But there's going to be some pre-fights. He's not a dog. He's a pick'em. -110 each side. I like Garcia dog shot. Lopez is sick on the ground, but not technical boxer. Should get boxed up like he was against Silva unless he catches something wild like an elbow or something. Exactly. I think Steve's too slick and too smart. His head is too small in a good way. He's going to go for that elbow. His head's not going to be there. It's going to.
And he's too tall and long. Like, you're not fighting a 5'6" Diego, you're not fighting a 5'6" John Silva in this scenario. You're fighting a 6 foot, 75-inch reach Steve Garcia. He's big, he's tall, he's long. You know,
I kind of do think Steve Garcia can catch Volk and KO Volk. I think Volk is every fight Volk has. He's due to get his coconut cracked again. You know,
it's been cracked. It shall be cracked.
The fact that Volk came back after getting knocked out by Topuria is nothing short of amazing. But he did it against Diego twice. He's fought nobody else. And Diego looked like dog shit every time. He looked hesitant, timid. He didn't fight like himself, you know?
And Justin, I do know that that's something he disclosed. I just said it was crazy that a guy with a neck injury that keeps grabbing is fighting one of Charlie Kirk's friends on the White House lawn. I think that's crazy. There you go.
Yeah, I think Steve is going to rise to the occasion and make a name for himself. And
Erica Kirk is going to walk him out and put a whole fireworks display up behind him during the walkout. I'd imagine that's where she comes into play.
She just, I don't want to say it.
Or Drewski will cover for her.
She's like way too lit walking him out. She's like, yeah, I can bring the fucking noise. Like she's like hyping everybody up. She's like way too lit. She's like, I understand the assignment. Yeah, I understand the assignment. Yeah, I got to get the people going.
Got to get the people going.
Or will she beat her nun Erica Kirk version, the solemnity? Will she walk out like,
We are Charlie Kirk? That he should walk out to that. That's what he should walk out to that. But other American fighters need to walk out to, what is it? The song that I was talking about. Bow now, bow now, bow now. Classic.
why has nobody walked out to Amoeba by the Descendants? Why has nobody walked to Amoeba? Like, that would really get
Oh
people.
yeah, that's Tony Hawk. That's some good shit.
Okay, so we're both on Garcia. Double B certified. Steve Garcia, first underdog of the night. Let's fucking get it, boys. I might even lay a big bet on Nifty Steve. You better change his
I
name
know,
to
Justin. I fucking know, bro. I know. Fucking Whitaker tickles the back of his calf every 2 seconds. I know that guys have weird.
Let's name them all. Let's name all the ones we can think of.
Justin Poirier pulling up the shorts.
Demir Ismagulov.
Yes.
Who's the other one? Demir had
Poirier pulling
no,
up the shorts.
Poirier's is a fucking aesthetic fucking.
You think
lame
it's
man.
you think it's very what is it, performative?
Performative, lame, whack, all the things Nate Diaz ever said.
Whitaker tickling his calf.
Whitaker with his calf, yeah. But there was the other guy from the same place as Demir Ismagulov. I think his name is also Demir. The big, thick guy.
Use golf. Yeah.
Not Demir Hadzik.
Super close, Justin. Super close. Super close. This is why I do not like the White House card as an American, but I like it as a UFC fan. It's a bit of a conflict. Some would say it's mind conflict. But you know.
How close we are to the Idiocracy movie, we're pretty damn close. Demir Ismagulov for sure, but there's another one. There's another one that was like big and thick, and he fought a few times recently and kind of had he like was a favorite. He like lost a bunch of times as a favorite. I think he's from Kazakhstan. And yeah, hold on. I'll be
All right, next up, we got No Bickle versus Dial Caucus. You know, for this one, like Bo Nickel, another guy, like this is why people got like pissed about the card. You know, it's not like they're sitting here and giving us like these are all good fights, but especially to open a card. But it's like Kyle Dawkins, bro. Like, and I love Kyle Dawkins. Everybody knows that. He has some good wins. He had some losses. He lost to Eric Anders. He lost to Roman Dolidze. He lost to Phil Halls. He lost to Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's a tough customer, though, I will admit, but he's an idiot. But when Brendan Allen seems just like so much bigger than Dawkins, I'm pretty sure that was Dawkins' first UFC rub, and he came in on short notice. Let me just double check that.
I love this.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
UFC fighters who involuntarily twitch. First thing it says on AI overview from Google. Conor McGregor, during a 2024 promotional interview, he experienced
it's on the bleeding line. Look at the bloody size of that thing.
Yeah, that was for different fucking reasons, guys. I'm not talking about that. And then he goes, Bryce Mitchell has a seizure after a scary knock. I'm not talking about that. You're following a brutal knockout. Bryce Mitchell suffered convulsions. Guys, I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. This is AI is going to take my job. You can't even tell me one. This is insane, dude. This is insane how I can't find this guy. Who did he fight is the real question. What did he fight? Did he fight Brenson Haberio? So maybe if I look up Brenson Haberio, I'll find this guy, Brenson or Hiberio. Yeah, there's only fuck. Who's his name? Fuck.
Bobby Abreu.
What's his name? Brenson Hiberio. Brenson.
He is a fighter.
Hiberio. Dayar Nurgazai. Damn, I'm good. I'm fucking good. I'm 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon away from fucking figuring out anybody. Dayar Nurgazai and Damir Hadzovic. Dayar Nurgazai, also Kazakhstani. Damir Ismagulov, also Kazakhstani. So we got Dayar, we got Diego, we got Ismagulov. Those are the big three. Those are the big three Twitchers.
Whitaker.
And Whitaker, but that's not a facial twitch. That's a like a thing. Yeah, he does that. Oh man, that was so annoying. He kept doing that with his where he'd itch his calf. That was so annoying. That's called sciatica.
That is more weird than.
And Poirier is just Poirier fixing the hair, pulling up the shorts. He's just a fucking little narcissist. A little he
thinks he's in Roadhouse
with his fake teeth and his do I look his little Instagram ads I keep getting? Do I look like I'm retired? Our vegetables are less nutritious than they've ever been, and most men are suffering from lack of testosterone. Shut up, Poirier. Dustin Poirier.
I can't wait till somebody sees his Jezebel wife bent over a fence again and thinks he's retired and starts spitting a little game. Okay.
I love when Colby Covington called out Sarukian for the RAF match. He is. Oh, by the way, we can get to Shab. We have to join the Patreon and submit the question. We can tell Shab, dude, you need to do RAF against Cain Velasquez. Let's do it. Let's fucking get on.
Just asked him. Somebody said on the last episode. So guys, little context. I watch every single piece of content that Brendan Schaub is in. I think it's remarkable. I think that he should be studied in a lab, potentially, of sorts. I want to send him to the back rooms and see how he does. Because
marketing lab. A marketing
lab. I think you send Brendan Schaub into the back rooms with a Diet Coke. He comes out on scale.
By the way, recently Schaub said to Josh Thompson, he goes, I think it does Super Bowl numbers, right? He thinks that this does Super Bowl numbers. Hey, Schaub, let me explain something to you, you brilliant man, you kissable, huggable, brilliant man. Let me explain something to you, Schaub. Paramount Plus has 70 million subscribers, okay? If all 70 million tune in, they would need to get 52 million.
Is it going to be on CBS too?
That's what Schaub said, you dumbass. And no, it ain't going to be on no CBS. It ain't going to be only on Paramount Plus. It's a common misconception. But it's like, Schaub, you talk about this shit for a living, so you should know, right? Or at least Chin should know.
Chin doesn't know anything. If I ever see Chin, I'm going to break his neck worse than Schaub did.
As a joke, and metaphorically.
Prank. College style neck breaking.
Complete prank.
Nothing crazy.
It's just a joke. We love Chin. But the thing is, if Shop, you should ask Jay. If you just asked Jay could have told him it's not on CBS. It's only on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has 70 million subscribers. The Super Bowl does 123 million views. So they would have to get 53 million more new subscribers signing up to Paramount Plus to do Super Bowl numbers. Okay?
I think that
on top of everybody who has Paramount Plus, meaning fucking some soylent dad in California.
Listen, Luke, let me let me give you a little Aram's razor here, okay? Ahmed's razor. Let's do a little Akram's razor here.
Team Elijahwan's razor.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's razor. Okay, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of that. I think that it will garnish a lot of new subscriptions, and I think that everybody who does already have the subscription is going to watch it. I think that this is something that's huge. It's crazy, and
funny. Trump is getting heat for purchasing $50,000 worth of TKO stock. TKO stock is priced at $203. Okay. So it's like, Trump, what are you even like? Are you a degenerate? Like, first of all, it's like you buy 50K worth of TKO stocks. So for it to make you double your money, it would have to go from $203 to $406 a share for you to make 50 grand. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't even get out of bed for 50K. Like 50K and then capital gains tax. It's like, Trump, you need 50K. You aren't making enough with Barron's crypto schemes and his AI.
Well, Luke, here's the thing. TKO is in the S&P 500, right? So if he buys 50 grand worth of the stock, attaches his name to it, shorts it because he knows that the association with himself will.
He's not sure. The allegations that he bought between, and honestly, he said between.
But I'm saying, he says, all right, listen, we're going to put 50 grand on it. Everybody's going to be looking at this. People are going to sell. They think I'm trying to do things to help, when in reality, attaching my name to things hurts it. So I'm going to short it. Yeah.
I like, now the impression was good. And then when you did the exhale, the teeth suck, it became great.
I'll hand you checks. Bing, 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 bing.
Of course, Luke. I'm an impressionist. I'm an impressionist. I'm a voice actor on the side. I'm like,
what are you gonna make from 50,000? Like, you should have put 5 million.
I'm telling you, he's doing that, and then having a very close friend on an island we will not disclose, put 500 million on the short, and then selling it once the news articles come out that he's investing in it. You know,
it should be for everyone to watch on other TVs. And here's the thing. Trump said in a recent interview that he walked out of in some barn that was getting rained on. He said, "You're corrupt. The media is corrupt. CBS is corrupt." It's like, hey, Trump, I don't know if you know this, but Paramount is CBS, and you're doing the White House fight on Paramount, which is CBS. So, like,
he's trying to short the stock through a third party that he is giving money to.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if I was rich
you're playing 5D chess right now.
If I was rich as fuck, that's what I would do. And people hated me, and everybody hated me, and I was rich as fuck, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna put my money on this, and then I'm gonna tell everybody I'm doing it and make a big public show about it, so everybody gets super fucking mad, and then have my third cousin's ex-wife fucking put $500,000 on it.
If I was rich as fuck, I would just live debt-free in my small home that is strategically positioned to withstand the Project Bluebeam depopulation effort, and I would have nice sandwiches for lunch and become a cinephile and take my daughter snowboarding and surfing. That's what I would do. I wouldn't, and I would write bespoke erotica. I'd write bespoke erotica in my spare time. You know what I mean? I'd write fan fiction and erotica. That's what I would do if I was rich. But like, I don't want anything except to just sit there and go, hee hee. I don't have to do anything.
I'd be really good at that. When I was a kid, before we had internet, I had to draw my own hentai back in the day. I would we didn't have hentai heaven, guys. Like, you had to draw your own hentai. You had to watch Dragon Ball Z and actually draw out Bulma taking a load.
I agree with Justin. I completely agree with you. It should be like Rumble in the Jungle. It should be like I know nothing about Rumble in the Jungle. I don't know why I said that. It should be like available to everybody. It should be on it should be on radio. It should be free to stream on whitehouse.gov. They're doing it on the White House lawn. We all pay for the White House. It should be free to stream on whitehouse.gov, .net, .com, .fun, .com.
Oh, I think the conflict of interest is that Trump is an investor and having it on the White House lawn.
That's part of it. And it's also that they didn't have any environmental or Congress didn't vote on it. There's a bunch of shit. But I'm fine with the president deciding to do whatever he wants on the White House. I'm just saying it's still public land, and it should not be through a paywall that CBS owns and Paramount. Like, this is horse shit. This is horse hockey. Okay, let's get into the next fight.
But what would be more horse hockey? Okay, like having your taxpayer dollars pay for this fucking spectacle, or CBS paying for it,
or us paying for a war that Israel is. I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't know anything. I'm not noticing anything. I'm a good boy, a good G boy, minus the B. And I just like gambling and drinking and abusing nicotine. And I don't.
Tighten the hat, throw it on the back of your head. Nobody will question you. Besides the point. Yes, it's bullshit. This is weird. It's idiocracy-esque. Do I fault the boys, Dana White, Josh Hockett, all these guys going out there and doing it? No.
It's human cockfighting.
It is. I'm going back to my John McCain era. Right when he was running against Barack Obama, right? I was like, John McCain seems like a reasonable guy, okay? He was a prisoner of war. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, the one thing that I faulted him on, I've written papers about how I fault him on calling it human cockfighting and that it is a sport. I'm like, no, these are Mandingo fights right on the fucking front lawn of the White House. This is insane. This is crazy. This should not fucking be happening. And you know, people look at Vladimir Putin, one of my heroes, scoring 80 goals in a hockey game against fucking Malkin and all of these professional hockey players as a crazy thing. But then we're doing this, and then they look at like, oh, you're telling me Kim Jong-un shot 18 on a golf course. He got 18 hole-in-ones. And we're doing like the same shit here, kinda, except it's not like rigged to make us look good. Except for the fact that all of the troops that have to be there have to be in perfect standing, which I agree with.
Did you watch?
Shouldn't be fat fucking troops in the first place.
Did you watch the video I sent you?
No, I couldn't find it, dude. You sent me so much fucking bullshit.
No, I bumped it to the top of your inbox. I was
you sent me goth girls pissing on watermelons, and I don't know what to do.
Paraguay is here, President. President, thank you very much. Young, handsome guy. Especially young and handsome. Doesn't mean we have to like you. I don't like young, handsome men. Women, to like. Men know how to have any interest. Good. That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job, too.
That is literally what Luke does to me when he's talking about.
Kiss every guy, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. I'll kiss every guy.
This guy is the best. His name. Shout out to Bran Hampton, Brenson Gates.
I wish that like Cameron.
This guy, excuse me. Could you stand up? Look at that guy. You in the beautiful white shirt. Would you look at this guy? Holy mackerel! I'm looking at him. I always wanted to look like that. I just didn't want to do the work. Anyone stop you? You look good. Look at your muscles.
That's great. Show your muscles.
There's countless examples. Like, it is so fucking funny. But anyway, listen. So here's the deal. We agree and disagree with all that is going on. I hope that Trump rock bottoms Jelly Roll. And
it's lame.
A la Putin's 48 goals. I hope Jelly Roll goes, Trump, it would be my honor for you to give me the people's elbow right to the heart. And I hope he does it to the heart, and it just breaks his. Anyway, I love,
Owen Hart situation. Is that the guy's name? Chris Benoit. Who? These are the wrestlers I want Jelly Roll to model his life after. What did they do? They won titles?
Ring a bell.
They won titles?
Nah. The fact that...
Who's the guy who fell from the rafters?
The fact that people don't see right through Jelly Roll.
But then again, if Jelly Roll did fall through the rafters, he'd probably cause like seismic shifts.
No, he's thin now.
No.
and apparently not on Ozempic.
My role?
According to Joe Rogan, he's not on Ozempic, and it's like, yeah, Joe, and I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn too, Joe.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, Joe, I got beachfront property in Idaho to sell you, if you believe that. Anyway.
There is a Brooklyn Bridge. The first one didn't really work much.
But it's not for sale. All right, let's get into the next fight. Bo Nickel. 50 cents.
Yeah, Joe, and your dad doesn't think you have sugar in your gas tank.
50 cents cousin, Bo Nickel. Versus, well, what's Bo Nickel short for? Bohemian Nickel?
Well, that's what Joe Rogan's dad would call him,
Bo
and his
Nickel,
mom taking him to California under not his supervision.
the name Bo is not short for anything. It's his given name. His full name is Bodie Nickel. Yeah. Okay, Bo. Cool.
I think it's short for Kimbo.
Kimbo Nickel. Kimbo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Yeah.
Lame fight. Worst fight on the
This
card.
is the worst fight on the card. This is the worst fight on the card. This is, and I hope that Kyle Dawkins flatlines Bo Nickel and hits him after he's. I hope Kyle Dawkins knocks him out and hits him with multiple follow-up shots, multiple coffin nails.
But I don't want it to be as simple as like a 30-second situation, right? I want it to be all right. And sorry, I went a little Tarantino there. I apologize.
I want Dawkins to take him down with a double leg, put him on his back, and then Bo gets up, and then Dawkins hits him with a haymaker that puts his lights out, and then hits him with multiple follow-up shots. However,
I want Bo to quit again. Just like Kyle Rasnewski or whatever the hell the guy Romskov.
Yeah, imagine if Bo
Romskov.
Max
Romskov.
Yeah, I hope that Bo quits on his stool. That being said, I think what is going to happen is Bo is going to take Kyle Dawkins down. Kyle Dawkins will accept it. He'll go for a couple triangles. He'll go for a Kimura sweep. He won't get it, and Bo will elbow him into oblivion. And Bo will win by TKO on the ground with elbows. I think 12-6 elbows. And I think Kyle Dawkins, in error, accepts bottom position a little too easily. And that's what's going to happen. But so my pick is Bo Nickel. My hope is that Kyle Dawkins puts two in the chest, one in the head, and just erases them from all. Because to be honest, Bo Nickel, 8-1? 8-1 against 21 fight veteran Kyle Dawkins on a huge resurgence. Kyle Dawkins, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Kyle Dawkins with only 2 knockout wins, sure, but
yeah, Luke
knocked out Michelle Pereira.
You had that zesty fool talk, and I got something for you.
Take thoughts that are happening in other people from like a room I'm in and pick them up in my own head. If something comes into my mind and it's weird and I'm in like a social setting, like those thoughts, it might be from another person. I'll have like a weird thought pop in my head. And if I'm with people that I'm comfortable with, I'm like, were you just thinking about this? And they're like, yeah, I actually was. Take thoughts that are
he's insufferable. And that's called you hang out with a lot of star fuckers. You hang out with a lot of people who just want to suck your dick and fucking they think that you're cool because you're you're successful. And you don't have real friends, and they're lying to you, and they're trying to get you to stop.
That's like my girlfriend earlier.
Or they tried to fucking argue with you, and they're like, you know what? It's just easier if I say yeah.
And what I meant by girlfriend is ex-girlfriend, current fiance, aka wife, right? So she said to me earlier when I was talking about having dreams of a dead relative and dead friends and stuff like that, she's like, maybe you have a superpower. And I thought to myself, no, that's not a superpower. That's trauma. And I miss my fucking friends and family. You fucking weirdo. No, I'm having memories of them in my brain.
Yeah, it's unpacking.
Redact.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's almost like
I have weird thoughts come into my head, and I ask somebody else if they think that, and
I'm a liar and an attention whore.
Yes.
I'm a sociopathic liar and an attention whore, and and I've tricked you. Like, you're easy to trick.
Well, these are dreams. So I did have these dreams, but yes, correct.
I mean, that's like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I hear you, but it's like, yeah,
You're taking too much leaf if you don't have dreams. Anybody who doesn't have dreams, I don't trust in general. Like, if you do not have dreams, never talk to you, never speak with you, act like you never even existed until you die and start visiting me in my dreams.
But Bo is insufferable, and I hope he gets put out, taken out on a stretcher, and I hope that Trump doesn't go golfing with him anymore. But either way, Kyle Dawkins, Philly guy, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, 21 fight veteran, deserves to win, should win, can win. I hope he wins, even though I am picking Bo and I have Bo in 2 parlays. But greed and silliness. I do think Bo can get him to the ground. I think Bo will double leg him. I think Bo will get him to the ground. I think Bo will, slide single him. I think Bo will high crotch him. I think Bo will get him to the ground in some way, some shape, some form. And I think Bo will just hit him with elbows. And Kyle will be going for submissions because he'll be trying to get that crypto bonus of like submitting Bo Nickel on the ground with his black belt. But I don't think it happens. A lot of people are saying this fight will look like the Paul Craig fight. I don't know. I think Bo's going to wrestle here. I think Bo's definitely going to wrestle here. And he's going to be like, no, I'm going to show people because Kyle Dawkins is a black belt, just like Paul Craig. And people thought that I was a pussy for not taking Paul Craig down. I'm going to take Kyle Dawkins down. I'm going to show American wrestling. I'm going to ground and pound him, and I'm going to win. So Tito Ortiz finished for Bo Nickel, ground and pound victory. And next we got –
I haven't picked.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I'll be honest, guys. Like, I really, really agree with Luke. I want Kyle Dawkins to win really bad, but I just think he's so fucking dumb, bro. Like, I think he's like similar to a Brendan Allen type where he is mental in the British sense, like crazy. Like, he's a crazy guy. He doesn't really have much going on between the ears. And as much as I would love to take Kyle Dawkins, especially for these odds, and as much as I hate Bo Nickel, I got to go with Bo Nickel. I agree with Luke, but I think Bo Nickel is not. So here's the spectrum, right? Crazy dumb. Kanye West, think you're a genius. Think this, think that. Which Kanye West is, for the record. Let the record show. Kanye West is a genius. Graduation's amazing. So is college dropout. So is late registration. So is Yeezus. So is every single fucking one of Kanye's albums. And you really can't tell me otherwise. Life of Pablo, amazing. So Kanye over here, who is on upper echelon, but somebody who thinks they're Kanye, which is where Bo Nickel is right here. And Kyle Dawkins, if Brendan Allen is the other end of the spectrum over here, I would say like Kyle Dawkins is like over here. He's like smarter than Brendan Allen, but like still dumb, dude. Like, if you guys saw the people we meet here in like the Philadelphia area, like they're all just like, just absolute. Like, I can't even say what I want to say. They're brain dead. Like they have no cells going on. Half of the words they know are like "go birds," "fuck you," "dickhead." Like they don't even know a lot of words. Like, Philadelphia guys are mentally challenged. So I don't think that Kyle Dawkins can win this. I would love if he won this. I'm a Philly guy myself. Go Birds, dickhead. But at the same time, like, he's so fucking stupid. Like, if he had 5 less fucking IQ, he would be Brendan Allen. But he isn't. He's a little smarter than Brendan Allen. I hope he wins, but I'm going with Bo Nickel.
Yo, Andrew Kavanaugh, good to have you here. I can see Sean outside the gates yelling, come on, you sons of bitches. This is the real main event. Yeah, that's amazing. I hope Sean does that. Sean versus Covington could have pub sports near by promoting America. Low-level boxing match incoming. Bo taps out to a body shot. Bo has never shown top control. Euro Juice World. I have these.
I still see the shadows in my room.
Shout out to Chase USA though. He's really bringing emo rap back. You know,
Dude, I sent you that. I sent you that shit. When it's
Volcano Games.
Little blanket chop.
Meet the Dalkers. Bo should win, but not good value. You like fish sticks. Kanye, yeah, we love Kanye up on this side of the fucking equation. We love Kanye. Kanye is the greatest. So like ghetto Boston people, I don't know what that means.
If you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product.
I love Lady Gaga. What the fuck does she know about cameras? All right.
I feel like a national Larry Bozy bear.
I feel like an astronaut, Larry Bozy bear. Next, we got Dolby survived by Nickel begrudgingly. Next, we got Marcio Hoofy versus Michael Chandler. You know, I mean, Jesus, right? Yeah, I mean, the line is shit. He's 11 years younger. He's 3 inches taller. He's got 4 inches of reach. He's a deadly striker. Michael Chandler doesn't wrestle. Michael Chandler is getting pieced the fuck up by Alexander Paragande. If you ever watch his content on YouTube, he's great. PFL fighter Alexander I don't even know what's his name. Pellegrande. You know, this kid, he's piecing fucking Chandler up. He's beating the fuck out of Chandler. So I think Rufy beats the fuck out of Chandler. I think he beats the ever-loving dog shit out of him, knocks him out, finishes him, and my pick is Marcio Rufy. But at this line, at this value, I'm not putting shit on this fight. I'm just watching it and enjoying it. And so that's my pick. It's Rufy, but one of the couple of fights I'm gonna skip here. You know, one of the couple of fights I'm gonna skip. So no bet situation for me, but yeah, I'll be taking Rufy. I don't have any faith in Chandler. He fights like an idiot. He loses striking matches against far worse strikers. He uses wrestling matches against far worse wrestlers. And he's got no tools left in the toolbox. He is a toolbox. Michael Chandler is going to get put on a T-shirt against Rufy, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the thing about this fight is it's appalling in many ways. Everybody thinks that Chandler's going to get put on the T-shirt, obviously. Everybody's first glance, but like then you think about who has this guy Marcio Rufy fought. Rafael Fiziev knocked him out, right? Rafael Fiziev had moments in that fight. Got knocked out, whatever. But he loses to BSD by submission, right? And I mean, guys, like, am I crazy? Or personally, I think like Michael Chandler has a chance against BSD.
No shot. He gets done worse than fucking Beneil Dariush, dude. Come to Jesus. Realize. Hoofy is fucking... BSD is probably going to beat Patty Pimblett, who beat the fuck out of Michael Chandler with wrestling. You know what I mean? Chandler doesn't have any wrestling anymore. Chael said it best. He said, they say the last thing to go is your power. That's not. I don't know if that's true, but I know the first thing to go is your takedown. The first thing to go is your wrestling, and that's proven with Bilal, Kamaru Usman, Michael Chandler, all the Division I wrestlers, all American wrestlers, champion wrestlers lose. Even though Kamaru was D2, lose their takedown, and they stop doing it, and they don't have it.
Yeah, I mean, like, but if you look at the guys that Michael Chandler has lost to, all decent hustling, bro. Like, I don't necessarily agree with the line on this one. I mean, at first glance, I was like, oh, great. They're serving up, Hoofy's going to murder him in the middle of the cage. But then, like, you think back, man. People forget, man. Hoofy lost in the second round to a face crank by BSD. And it's like, if Michael Chandler's a pretty durable guy, like he's not a guy who's getting knocked out in the first round. You got to question the gas tank of Hoofy, right? All of his wins, really, first round, second round, one third round finish, won one decision in the UFC. All the other ones are finishes, third round. Like, man, I feel like a fucking moron over here. Like, I don't want to go with Michael Chandler, but it's just like, I think we're putting Hoofy how Luke used to put Daniel Lacerda, just because he has the same pop, just because he has the same bounce to his step that a young Conor McGregor had. Like, I think he has a lot of holes in his game, and he's not getting those favorable matchups that Conor got when he first started. And I think Michael Chandler, like, sincerely has a chance here. And I think he could win and be like one of the biggest heroes of the card. Come out there and be like, Conor McGregor, you made me wait here for 3 years and I'm still at the top of my game. You know what I mean? I'll see you at the top. You got 2 fights left on your contract. Even if you lose the max, I'll whoop your ass again. Like, whatever he's going to say. I do think this should have been Conor. I think Conor's way better than Hoofy. I think Conor knocks out Michael Chandler in a round because, he held Khabib off for a round on the takedowns. The fact of the matter is like, is Michael Chandler going to go for takedowns? If he does, this is a completely different fight. And he's an All-American from Mizzou, same school as Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley. He did kind of fall in love with his hands a little. But when you look at the guys that he fell in love with his hands against, it's Paddy Pimblett, who has pretty good grappling, Charles Oliveira, who has amazing grappling, most submissions in UFC history, Justin Gaethje, also an All-American, Charles again, Pitbull, Brent Primus. You know what I mean? Like, these are guys who wrestle. The guys that he fought against standing up, it wasn't for a metric of I can't take this or I want to stand up to have an exciting fight. It's the idea of this guy is also good at wrestling and I'm going to tire myself out. He's got a guy who sucks at fucking wrestling. Hoofy is not good at wrestling whatsoever. So honestly, guys, I think I'm going to go with Chandler. Like, unpopular. Sure, I'll probably have Hoofy on a couple parlays to hedge. But I think that, I mean, in what, for $5 if you bet 100, like, on Hoofy, adding him to your parlay? I think I'm going with Chandler on this one. I didn't take Dawkins. I want Dawkins to win. I took Steve Garcia. I think that Chandler has a really good chance of winning this. Sticks to a game plan. Sticks to a wrestling game plan. He could get this guy out of here in 2 rounds, man. And that's a fact. That is an absolute fact. And I don't think that this guy has the same issues that the guys that he lost against do, where these guys have great grappling. I got to be careful about their grappling. I have to worry about tiring myself out against Justin Gaethje. He's a really good scrambler. Hoofy doesn't have all of that, and he's long. For shorter, stockier guys, it is easier to take down a shorter, stockier guy unless one thing. The shorter, stockier guy has the advantage unless the long guy is really, really good at countering because you can grab within the fucking crotch, do a little crotch wrap, a little chest wrap. You have options there as a taller guy, but on the shooting aspect, the shorter guy has the advantage. Like a longer guy, it's a little bit harder to get to the legs of a shorter guy, if that makes sense. So, but the shorter guy has that advantage. So I'm gonna go with Chandler. It's gonna be a super unpopular opinion, but I think that he gets it done. I think that he has a great showing out here. He makes a great call out, and he does his thing.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, my thing is just I'm just going with the facts. Like Will C said, Mike is too much time in the gym, no technical skills. Knocked out in the first round by Pitbull. Grant, Chandler's T-Rex boxing arm. I was asking if you're lagging for the guys. I think it's on my end though. But the thing is, he doesn't wrestle. He took Gaethje down and got fucking what was it, a cross wrap? Like Gaethje just reversed him and like prevented it. Like I don't think
Gaethje is also a Division I All-American.
He doesn't wrestle and would get taken and got taken down easily by Khabib and like,
I think it's different. And if you heard what I was saying, the guys that he has lost against and that he hasn't wrestled against are guys that are good at wrestling and good at grappling. Charles Oliveira, Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje, all good grapplers. Dustin Poirier, he has really good defense. I'll be the first to say he is good defensive grappling. Not good enough to be Khabib, but he's got some good takedown defense. I mean, even in that Islam Makhachev fight, they were standing up, boxing for like the last 2-3 rounds. If memory serves correct. I think Michael Chandler is a live dog here. I think that he can really win this fight if he hits Hoofy with anything on the feet. He can easily take him down, and vice versa.
Okay. Moving on, we got Josh Hockett versus Derek Lewis. Alex is going with Chandler. I'm going with Roofy. Moving on, we got Derek Lewis, 41 years old, taking on Josh Hockett, 28 years old. Josh Hockett is going to have a significant reach and height disadvantage here. 79-inch reach for Derek Lewis compared to 74 for Josh Hockett. 5-inch reach disadvantage. Josh Hockett, one of my favorite fighters. I can't even imagine. I mean, I don't think that Derek Lewis has the wherewithal to finish Josh Hockett. I think Josh Hockett takes him down at will. I think Josh Hockett wins this fight via ground and pound. I think he picks him up, carries him to the center of the cage, slams him on his fucking ass, and beats him into oblivion. Josh Hockett by TKO on the ground. Derek Lewis, though, is a known quitter who might just give up his neck and get choked out in this fight. But I think pride cometh before the fall, and Hockett will end up not taking the neck, but instead just pounding him, beating him, throwing punches until the ref pulls him off. Give me Josh Hockett by TKO on the ground. Hockett cannot be denied.
Yeah, I'm going with Josh Hockett as well. I know everybody's going to come into this saying like, well, if he got hit that much by Curtis Blades, like if Derek Lewis touches him with one of those once, he's getting knocked out. But the difference is the wrestling acumen, just like the last fight where I picked Michael Chandler, Josh Hockett, first All-American in Fresno State history, or like since like 1990 or some shit like that. He's a really good wrestler. He hasn't shown a lot of it. In that fight with Curtis Blades, what does he have? Really good wrestling. So it turns into a slugfest. It's not going to be a slugfest. And Derek Lewis is a guy who, we all fell in love with him because he didn't quit and knock the guy out in the last fucking second of a fight. But at this point in his career, he even kind of says in interviews, he's just kind of coming out for the check, and he's like, as long as they keep paying me, I'm gonna keep fucking fighting. Like I'm never gonna stop fighting. I definitely lean heavily toward Josh Hockett, but Derek Lewis has that one-touch magic, and if he hits Josh Hockett once, the way Curtis Blades did in that fight, he's going down for sure. I really hope Josh Hockett uses his wrestling. Same exact sentiment I have in the Michael Chandler fight, where I really hope this guy uses wrestling. Hey, Luke, what is Hoofy's like best type of combo? One that ends with a kick, right? So you're on one leg. Okay, cool. So easier to take down, easier to topple you over. Cool.
Well, what's
Okay.
interesting is like people thought Michael Chandler versus McGregor was a good matchup. McGregor coming off a broken leg and 5 years off, people still found that to be a pick'em. And Roofy,
Conor McGregor beats Michael Chandler, but Hoofy doesn't.
But that's crazy. Hoofy beats McGregor. You know what I mean?
MMA math doesn't always work, B.
Well, here's the thing.
Styles make fights, not fighting acumen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hockett is going to beat the living shit out of. Now, here's the thing. Here's what could happen. I think Derek Lewis is going to do his normal thing, play possum. He's going to do rope-a-dope. Hockett's going to come out swinging hard and cracking him. But Hockett knows that, and he knows the risk factor. Here's the other thing. A lot of people say, oh, coming off that win against Curtis Blades, Hockett is going, he's going right back into camp. Let me tell you guys something. Lewis wasn't in no camp when they called him to be on this fucking fight. So it's even playing field there, but one's 41 and one's 29. So it's going to be, Hockett with work ethic, wherewithal, and Mexican pride coming in there just fucking – Derek Lewis isn't going to have a chance. Hockett is going to come in there, put punches on him. Derek's going to swing big, may connect, may not. Either way, Hockett ain't going out or down, and he's going to – if he does get hit, he's going to easily go into a – takedown, get Derek to the ground, recover, and feed him elbows. And I love Derek Lewis, but I love Hockett just about as much as anybody in the UFC. I love what he's doing. I love his style. I love that I bet $1,400.
Hockett's the only interesting character in the UFC left at this point.
I love that I bet $1,500 on Hockett with US Circa Sportsbook and watch the greatest fight of all time. I mean, that was truly like one of the greatest. That was one of the greatest fights of all fucking time. Like, I mean, it's in such rare air that you have a heavyweight fight that has, and all respect to Curtis Blades,
the man, and he's doing great things on his stream. I just found out recently that Corey Sandhagen has the same opinion of Sinners that I do, which makes my heart happy because I
love when Shab was like, the best barbecues in Colorado, and Curtis Blades, who now lives in Colorado, is like, what are you fucking talking about? And he goes, Brothers Barbecue. And he goes, oh my God. That's like somebody being like, Grotto Pizza is the best pizza in the Mid-Atlantic. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, it's fine.
Grotto's is good.
Grotto's is, I love Grotto. I live in Maryland.
Best pizza in Delaware.
I mean, I love Grotto's. Listen, at the end of the day, like, Grotto's is the best pizza in Maryland, in my opinion. I mean, it's like, but that's not saying a lot. You know what I mean? So Brothers might be the best barbecue in Colorado. It ain't saying a lot. I went to Colorado. I asked my Uber driver, what's the best place to eat here? He goes, there's no good food here. Mountain men will eat anything. It's like
Rocky Mountain oysters. You know what those are?
There is, bull balls. There's no good food in Colorado. There is nothing to eat. It's a food desert. There's no good food in Colorado. Nothing. Mozzarella.
Don't make me get on my shop shit right now.
Mozzarella sticks and beer are the best things you can eat in fucking Colorado, okay? Enjoy the mountains, enjoy the scenery, go snowboarding, go to a farmer's market, get yourself a tomato. But as far as restaurants go, Colorado ain't fucking cutting the mustard, okay? And Curtis Blades told Shab, he goes, people are going to actually go to Brothers and think that you're not full of shit right now. Like, you're out of your mind. Shab thought he had a hot take. He thought he had a Joe Rogan style take where it's like, actually, and it's like, Shab, go back to the fucking drawing board with that one. Colorado doesn't have barbecue. Okay?
People forget, man, blue scorpion milk can actually like save your entire life.
So
Blue methazine or whatever the hell he shows out.
I thought you were talking about One Piece with Rufy compositing to kick. I'm outside. I'm sure Derek Lewis is going to get tired more easy. Derek Lewis balls are going to get hot quicker than usual. Of course, best barbecue is in Cali. Best pizza is Cali. Best got to get out of Cali, Justin. Listen, let me tell you something.
I agree with the Chinese and the Mexican, but Colorado does have really good Mexican food. There's so many Mexicans.
No, the best Chinese is not in Cali. The best Mexican, it might be in Cali. The best pizza, you're out of your fucking mind.
You're mental.
You're out of your fucking mind. You sound as crazy as the people who say the best pizza is in Chicago. Okay? You're out of your goddamn mind.
The pizza in Chicago is like a fucking cake. They made cake pizza.
What's the best pizza in Cali? Give me the name of the restaurant that has the best pizza in Cali, which you claim the whole state has the best pizza. You're out of your fucking mind. Best burgers and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Best me and Ed's pizza. Justin, you need to come to the East Coast. The pizza on the East Coast will knock your socks off. Okay,
There's a reason the Asian food is better on the West Coast.
The best barbecue is in California. Are you out of your
mental?
mind?
That's mental. But there's a reason. There's a reason, Luke. Luke, the best Asian cuisine you can get is in California because it's closest to Asia, and the best pizza and Italian food you can get is on the East Coast. Northeast Coast in particular, because it's closest to Italy and that's where people migrated from.
Yeah, I mean they came to New York. They came to New York and they made Little Italy. They came to fucking New York and
you guys have Korean Town.
I believe
we have Little Italy in every city. Every single city in the northeastern seaboard has Little Italy. Okay. There's a Philadelphia Little Italy. There's a Boston Little Italy.
You got Connecticut. You got New York. You got New Jersey. You got Philly. You got all these states that have amazing pizza. California isn't making the top 10, my brother. Okay?
Unless you're counting Pizza Hut.
No one out pizzas the Hut.
No one.
All right, next. Both taking Hockett. Next, we got Sean O'Malley versus Ayman Zahabi. This is one of two fights. So the Chandler fight and the Zahabi fight. Chandler, Zahabi, O'Malley.
Justin, I would love to come and meet you. I would love
that. I would love that, Justin. I would love nothing more. And you know what? The only time I ever was in California.
I need to see how your brain operates in public.
The only time I ever was in California was on a layover to Hawaii. And I'll tell you what, I saw San Francisco. I saw Alcatraz in my Uber on the way.
And it was all on fire.
No, it wasn't on fire. But I'm just going to say, listen, I'm California dreaming, okay? I love the mamas and the papas. I love, I'd be safe and warm if I was in L.A. If I was in L.A., California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming. I'm California.
If
I was in LA.
If I was in LA.
California dreaming.
California dreaming.
California dreaming. I love that.
Ducked into a church and I started to pray.
Cut it out.
I love the idea of California. I'm a real LA guy at the end of the day. I'm a real I would do well in California. I do well in LA.
I've been there a ton. My best friend's from Orange County. So there you go.
I'm a regular at the Comedy Store.
Yes. I've been there. My name is on the wall. Look into it.
Look into it, bro. I'm one of the 5. I'm one of the 2,000. All right. I've taken the stage. All right. But at the end of the day,
2,000 absolute assassins.
I found a video of me doing comedy in circa 2017. And I on my phone, going through old things. And I was like, I'm damn good. I'm like, this is
I recently watched one of your videos too.
I'm like, this was good shit. I'm like, I'm getting laughs at an open mic.
Krampus.
I'm like, I'm getting laughs at an open mic, and there's a bunch of.
You did an open mic right before we went to Diego.
That wasn't even, that was a bringer show. That was a bringer show.
Okay.
And I brought you and others and yes.
Hose. We had the hose with us.
Yeah, I mean they. You know, I'm one of the 2000, but at the end
Back
of the day,
in the day, we were bringing hose everywhere we went. Except
hose
for
and
the
different
fight.
area codes. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. So Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zahabi. I'm taking Sugar Sean, but at the end of the fucking day, man, like I like Eamon Zahabi more than I like Michael Chandler as an underdog. I think Sugar Sean, rich, happy,
Cock.
Eamon Zahabi, more to prove.
Cock.
No, man's man. You know, accidentally gotta, you know, it's like, yeah, like, come on. You're telling me Sean didn't just accidentally get a hairdresser pregnant and all of a sudden is like, all right, I gotta keep the household stable, but I want to do my thing. I mean, I get it, Sean. He's normal.
His girl is busted too. Like,
oh, stop! Don't talk about people's moms. Ilya Topuria. We're gonna get to that later. Ilya Topuria. But the reality is, I just think Sean's too happy and too rich to really give a fuck about this fight. But he proved us wrong in the Song Yadong fight, and I think
he put a song on Yadong.
Even in Eamon Zahabi's best performances against like Aldo,
and Song Yadong looked great last weekend.
Yes, and even in his best performances against like Jose Aldo, Zahabi was getting dropped. Like that fight was kind of close. Like Sean puts Aldo's lights out, and I think
Aldo beat Eamon Zahabi. Aldo, let me take you on a journey. Born and raised on a playground is where I spent most of my days. Zahabi, Aldo won against. Barista, Aldo won against. Marab, Aldo won against. Peter Yan, when he got finished in the 5th round, Aldo was winning. Like, crazy, guys. Crazy. There's never been a fucking fighter in the UFC who has been done dirty as bad as Jose Aldo, who is one of the greatest fighters to ever grace the octagon, in my opinion. I think Jose Aldo is fantastical. I think Jose Aldo rides into your city.
Sean's a wholesome guy from fucking Montana. He got somebody pregnant. He always wanted to have a family, but he's a dog, and he's like, look, and he's a shroom taking, hippie pot smoking guy, and he's like, look,
Bohemian.
He's like, how do I keep my girl?
Bohemian.
He's like, how do I keep my daughter and my family intact, but still do whatever the fuck I want to do? And he made a devil's gambit. And he
put a gun to Tim Welch's head to fuck her.
She called his bluff. And he's more of a man than anybody else because you know why?
His guns.
He sucked it up and he said, whatever. He said, what the fuck ever? Like, have sex with my fucking training partner. Who cares? Hey, whatever. I'm pulling fucking models. I'm doing my thing. If she wants to fucking have sex with my trainer, whatever.
I'm fucking Sophie Rain, dude. I don't have to worry about this fucking busted ass Mexican dude in my grappling class that you are obsessed with for whatever reason. Corinna Kampf, Sophie Rain are hitting my line.
She called his bluff and he allowed her to, and it probably was like one of like the only times it ever happened. And meanwhile, he's out there running his life, like he's doing his thing, like you know what I mean.
She hated it more than he did. She was like, I just thought I was like trying to like.
I thought this would get him to stop, and it did, and it did not, and it did nay, and you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I'm picking Zahabi. You can't stand the O'Malley clown. Well, you know, here's the thing: Zahabi went to a split decision with Marlon Vera, who absolutely sucks. He almost lost to Jose Aldo, who is old, and I think O'Malley probably puts his lights out, but it could be an O'Malley decision. O'Malley by decision or KO. Obviously, that's the most obvious outcome, but yeah, I think he puts Zahabi's fucking lights out.
Guy, the only way you lose to Marlon Vera is if you get finished in the last round of the fight. So that means that a couple of the judges on that scorecard gave Marlon Chito Vera a 10-8 in the last round and what? A 10-9 in the second? Or like that is how bad you are. There was not a single second that Marlon Cheeto Vera had over Sugar Sean O'Malley in Sugar versus Cheeto Part 2. Yeah, he hit him in the pineal gland. Perennial nerve. Sorry. Pineal gland is right here, right?
Yeah, your third eye. So we're both going with Sugar Sean, and I think it's open and
Sugar Sean. Open and shut case. Ayman Sahabi, that's the closest. Ayman Sahabi is the closest that the UFC is letting Ariel Helwani back into the fucking building. Okay.
And honestly, like it's a serve up job. I think Ayman will be more prepared than he's ever been in his life for this. I think he'll be really motivated, but he's too Canadian. He's going to get smoked, and Sugar Sean's going to smoke him.
Luke and I were going to go to TriStar.
Yeah, glad we did. No, I'm kidding. But I respect TriStar. I respect Ayman Zahabi. I respect
George St. Pierre would have sent you up to fucking.
Have you seen Demetrius Johnson and Sugar Sean? Demetrius Johnson and GSP on YouTube?
A little bit, yes.
Oh, it's so worth a watch. Every second of it is amazing. The first episode where they get to DJ gets to GSP's house and he spends 45 minutes showing him his dinosaur bones, and then he makes him do all these exercises, and then he plays him in video games. It's like the best content you'll ever see, and it really shows how GSP is like a psycho when it comes to competition.
Autistic.
Dude, so autistic. It's hilarious, and it's the best. And GSP is a national treasure. I fucking love. He's an American national treasure. I love him so much. I respect everything about him. And GSP beat my hero, BJ Penn. And the first pay-per-view I ever bought was GSP versus Matt Serra 2. And I was rooting for Matt Serra because 5'6" guy from the Mid-Atlantic region. I was like, yeah. And you know what?
Luke related to him, a balding short homo. He could really like put himself in the shoes of.
But much like Chael Sonnen, GSP was somebody I rooted against during his career. And
Kidding,
now,
Matt Serra, I love you. Sorry.
And now I root for. I love GSP. I think he's amazing. I think he spent 45 minutes of the video showing Demetrius Johnson his foot exercises that he's been up to.
Well, Luke, did you ever think that was kind of like a similar situation that he did to Nick Diaz, where he poisoned his water?
He admitted it.
Where
he admits it in the video. He says because he made DJ do this neurological exercise where
and then played video games against him.
Yes, and he went 1 for 2. He beat DJ in Street Fighter original, lost to him in Super Smash and Mortal Kombat, but he did beat him in Street Fighter. And he was like, he even said in the video,
your eyes were still adjusting.
He was like, this was my strategy. I wanted to exhaust you mentally and before playing the video game. He said it in the video. It was hilarious. And that same thing with the BJ Penn, the overstimulating his response, his reflex.
And he made a guy kiss BJ Penn on the lips.
Dude, and BJ Penn is probably one of my favorite fighters of all time. And he beat
favorite people of all time. Like now I love him more than ever.
And I didn't get to watch BJ Penn versus GSP2 because I was in Disney World with my family and I had to miss it. And my friends told me the next day, yeah, BJ quit on the stool. And I was like so devastated. I was like, oh, motherfucker. And I went back and watched it and it hurt my soul because BJ was like, this is to the death. And then he fucking quit on the stool. But either way, BJ Penn, one of the GOATs, in my opinion, the greatest lightweight of all time. Pound for pound, greatest lightweight of all time. Pound for pound, BJ Penn, pound for pound, number 3, 4, or 5 of all time. Love BJ
I think
Penn.
Eddie Alvarez deserves a spot, honestly.
Ew, fuck Eddie Alvarez. He lost a fucking featherweight and he looked like shit. He's an idiot. He's dumbass. The best lightweight of all time is BJ Penn. Second best is Ilya Topuria. Third best is Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is a fucking pull-out merchant. Only fight when everything's
so.
Going
Who's
well.
4 and 5? Is it RDA?
I said BJ Penn is top 5 pound for pound of all time. He's the number 1 lightweight of all time.
Yeah, but you just listed 3 lightweights, so I'm wondering if you have 4 and 5 for lightweight.
So BJ Penn, Ilya Topuria, Conor McGregor,
Conor McGregor didn't defend the belt once.
Doesn't matter. You said Eddie Alvarez deserves a shout. He beat Eddie Alvarez the fuck up. So
Eddie Alvarez beat real fighters in the Bellator when they still had like a good class of competition and strike.
I would say Islam Makhachev is probably the number 3 all-time best lightweight of all time.
Brother, listen. brother, listen.
I would say
You are
honestly, I would say it's
RDA?
BJ, Ilya, Islam, McGregor, Khabib, or Khabib McGregor. Best lightweights of all time.
RDA is kind of like better.
RDA sucks. Who
I
did he
mean-
beat? Who did he even fucking beat? Eddie. Who did he beat? Who did he beat? Who did he even beat? Who did RDA even beat? To be the
lightweight is one of those interchangeable belts. I feel like it's hard to go on a run
Who
in
did
lightweight.
RDA beat to be the lightweight champion? Tell me that. You don't even remember.
Play the hangover numbers going around my head where I'm calculating. Computer, who did RDA beat to win the? I don't know.
I don't know or care.
RDA was good.
No, he wasn't. He sucked. He lost to Colby Covington. He lost to Eddie Alvarez. He lost to everybody. He stinks. RDA stinks. All right.
Looked like Frankenstein though.
We're both going with Sugar Sean. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. I'll let you take this one away. You've bet on Alex Pereira.
Elder for the title, Luke. I'm just kidding.
Who did he beat for the title? I truly couldn't.
Anthony Pettis.
Oh, Anthony Showtime Pettis, who lost to Nate Diaz.
Yeah, but he also beat Nate Diaz and Benson Henderson. He beat a lot of guys back in the day, dude.
Didn't finish Nate Diaz. Tell you that much. All right, listen.
Nobody finishes Nate Diaz except for his own bowels, apparently.
We're both going with Sugar Sean. Next up, Pereira versus Gane. I'll let you take it away. You're the most successful Pereira better of all time.
Yeah, guys, I put 1,000 units on Pereira when he was fighting against Yuri Prochazka the first time, I believe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yuri Prochazka. That was the same night as Tom Aspinall versus Sergey. I was huge on Sergey that night. So I had to win it back. I took it all on Alex. I even convinced my now fiance to bet $500 on a parlay, which was Sergey and Alex Pereira, and maybe even Benoit. I told her to take those, and when Tom finished Sergey in the first minute and a half, I felt like I was fucking mental, bro. I felt like I was the dumbest guy in the world. Dude, yeah. Andrew, RDA is good. I'm saying fucking homeboy Eddie Alvarez is better. Like I was just using Rafael dos Anjos as an example because the first lightweight champion of the UFC was what? Sean Shirk? Like Sean Shirk lost to BJ Penn, or no, Joe Stevenson lost to BJ Penn after Sean Shirk popped for steroids. Because I don't even think they had a belt like back in the day, right? So that's why BJ Penn was fighting like Lyoto Machida heavyweight on island fights in Hawaii, the promotion his fucking parents earned. Yeah, wasn't Eddie 24-2 at some point? Yes. Eddie Alvarez was, and that was when like Bellator and Strikeforce had the top of the line guys who like came into the UFC and won titles. The only champion I think in Strikeforce that didn't win their title back was like what? Yoel Romero and Nick Diaz and like Yoel Romero, but Strikeforce had like a lot of sick ass dudes in there at that time. I'm pretty sure Eddie Alvarez fought in Strikeforce. Let's do an Eddie Alvarez deep dive while we're waiting here. Eddie Alvarez. Man, mixed martial artist, Philly, the underground king. I mean, I had half a mind to believe that, yeah. So 1 loss, Nick Thompson, Shinya Aoki, heel hook in. No, he didn't fight in Strikeforce. But anywho, that was at the time when Bellator had some good guys. Like Roger Huerta was there, who, by all accounts, everybody thought Roger Huerta was going to be a UFC champion. I mean, Eddie Alvarez was nasty. Sure, he lost to Donald Cerrone, and then his next loss was to Conor McGregor. He hit 3 in a row. Gilbert Melendez, WEC champion. Anthony Pettis, UFC champion. Rafael dos Anjos for the belt, and then lost to Conor McGregor. Yeah, he never defended it, but he beat a ton of really, really good guys. So I would throw Eddie Alvarez up there because he is prior to the UFC's monopoly on MMA. He fought a bunch of really, really good guys back in the day. I mean, he even fought like Josh Neer. Oh my gosh. The dentist, Josh Neer. Is that his name? The dentist? Yeah, the dentist, Josh Neer, 36-16. He has a better fucking fight record than a lot of guys that we see now. But anywho, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. I think Eddie Alvarez deserves to be in top 5 lightweight history, personally. I mean, what are you going to put in there? Joe Daddy Stevenson, Sean Shirk? Get the fuck out of here. Those guys suck. BJ Penn.
Can you hurry up?
Huh?
Can you hurry the fuck up?
Okay, sorry.
Well, I'm here. Like, what are you doing? I just made you the big screen.
I was riffing to wait for you because I didn't know you. I thought you had to go. I thought you had to go. I thought you had to pee or something.
I've been here the whole time. I'm fucking sitting here looking at Instagram waiting for you to finish up.
I was looking at the comments. None of the comments.
Pereira versus Gane. Pereira versus Gane. Are you taking Pereira? I threw it to you. I said you're the best Pereira better of all time, and I was hoping you just tell us the fucking.
I know, but I saw some of the comments. They said RDA is trash. 17 losses.
He sucks. Move on. Pereira Gane.
Yeah, Eddie Alvarez was 24-2 at one point. He was. But I don't know. I have worries about this fight. I mean, everybody saw Alex Pereira boxing against Teixeira, who just laid a stinker out for us not but 2 weeks ago. And Pereira looked like he was, or Teixeira looked like he was doing pretty well against him. That's what gives me cause to pause. Cyril Gane, real heavyweight, real big, real tall, real hearty. Where I think Alex Pereira might be gaining bad weight. I think for the script, Alex Pereira wins. But based on everything I see, I think Cyril Gane wins. Best way to get Aspinall or John Jones back is Alex Pereira winning. But when you look at Alex has a shitload of kickboxing losses, and Gane is a champion pure kickboxer. That is true, Andrew. That is true. But Alex was once a champion kickboxer as well. You know, he won some belts in glory, a couple of them at different weight classes, one of which being heavy, I believe. I love Alex Pereira, but I think that Cyril Gane really is going to put a different, like, so you look at a guy like Khalil Roundtree, who's like fake Muay Thai guy, who like doesn't really, like, he got into that later because he watched anime or something. Cyril Gane's been like doing Muay Thai kickboxing for a very long time, and he does have a pretty decent ground game where He could catch you in a heel hook. Where a long, lanky fella who's like skinny, a lot easier to get something of that nature on, as well as Cyril Gane's neck is thick as fuck, dude. Like Alex Pereira, a lot of the guys that he has fought are like long, skinny guys. Magomed, Khalil Roundtree, Yuri Prochazka, Jamal Hill. Jan Blachowicz is like the hardiest guy he's fought. Sean Strickland, string bean. Bruno Silva, string bean. Yet, I don't know, guys. I really think I am the most successful Alex Pereira bettor of all time. I've only gotten one fight of his incorrect.
First Ankalaev fight.
Yep. And then I got the second one correct. Knockout. Got it correct. I think I'm going with Cyril Gane. If I'm being completely honest, I think he has a really good shell. He has a very light front foot. He is very, very, very good at fast striking. He's like the fastest heavyweight. Sure, Alex Pereira might have a little bit of speed on him, but I just don't know if the power is going to translate to heavyweight. And I'm unsure if the things that he does are fruitful to a style that beats Cyril Gane. Like everybody looks at John Jones beating Cyril Gane in 45 seconds or whatever, but is Alex Pereira going to take him down? No, he's not. Like that's a glaring hole in Cyril's game that he works on, and John Jones is the greatest fighter to ever live, right? So like nobody is going to demolish him like that. Look at what Tom Aspinall, they fought a whole entire round as far as I'm concerned. And the eye pokes, ended the fight. No drama to Tom. But I'm saying Cyril Gane is not going to have the same struggles that he has to deal with against Alex Pereira that he had to against John Jones. So I'm going with Cyril Gane, honestly.
We go with Cyril Gane too. I think Alex Pereira enters a lot of these fights pretty beat up. I mean, he's got bunions, he's got fucked up feet, he's got fucked up everything. He's always hurt. He had way too much activity. He's too old. He's too fat. He's slow compared to Gane, even though he's moving up in weight. Gane is heartier, bigger, stronger, more powerful, better kickboxer, more fleet of foot. He's going to withstand the leg kicks that everyone's talking about. He's going to poke him in the eye. He's going to knee him in the balls. I see Alex Pereira going for his patented left hook. Alex Pereira is very studyable. He does the same shit every time. He's got his little combo that he does during the walkout and in the fight. He does the same thing every time. He's going to throw a left hook. Gane's going to slip it, come over the top with an elbow, hit him on the temple. Pereira's going to get stunned, back up in the cage. Gane's going to flying knee him in the fucking liver and then elbow him again and punch him. And he's going to knock out Alex Pereira, I think. And people want to talk about the John Jones fight. Throw that one out. Look at the Ngannou fight. Who hits harder, Pereira or Ngannou? Ngannou didn't finish Gane, and Gane would have won that fight if he didn't go for the fucking leg lock in the 5th round. So I'm going with Gane. I think Gane is going to really upset everybody and win. He's going to beat Pereira. I think Pereira is too rich, got too little to lose. I think Gane has too much to gain, Cyril Gane, and he's going to beat the fuck out of Alex Pereira. So I'm going with Cyril Gane as one of my best value, most confident picks of the night. There's always the question of if Cyril's going to be a little French bitch and do what he did against Jones. But at the end of the day, there's too many variables that Alex Pereira's up against, and he's too old, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I just think that he's too paid, too guaranteed, and too fucking he's not fast enough or powerful enough. He got knocked out by a little skinny Izzy, okay? He's going to lose. He's going to lose this fight, and people are going to be very upset. Cyril Gane for the win. Best value, in my opinion, on the card. -110, Cyril Gane, bang up the Brinks truck. Give me Cyril Gane by decision or knockout, or even, I think he finishes Pereira for sure. He might submit him too. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's got way more ways to win. Pereira's got a left hook. That's it. Point blank period. Next, we got the main event. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria, who I love. Him and Hockett, my two favorite fighters. 17-0 Ilia Topuria.
Hate to see the boys beefing.
Hate to see the boys beefing. Need them to reconcile. But Ilia Topuria, 29 years old, 5'7". And when I saw them face off, I was like, man, Justin must be wearing some boots. But no, Justin's 5'11". He's 5'7". He's 4 inches taller than Ilia, but only has a 1-inch reach advantage. Justin's 37 years old. We're talking 8 years. He's above 35, which
years.
Weight class is below 170. 35 is the cutoff. He's 37. He's 8 years older. 6 years is the cutoff. Ilia has all of the youth advantage. He's undefeated, unblemished, hasn't taken damage. He's coming in there. He's going to knock out Justin Gaethje. He's going to retire Justin Gaethje. And Justin made it personal. Justin brought up his wife. He said, I would leave him too. And he tried to deny it. And Ilia goes, no, you fucking said what you said. I'm going to knock you out in front of your whole family and your whole country. Ilia is too good. He's too elite. His boxing is better.
Justin said, you brought my dad into it. And Ilia said, when your dad was yelling in my face with a beer in his hand, that fat
Well, he was in an interview. It wasn't yelling in Ilia's face, but he had a beer in his hand talking about, he's fighting some short guy. He goes, I'm going to look at your dad. I'm going to ask him one simple question. Who's the short guy now when you're lying face down, knocked out? And by the way, Justin already embarrassed his family once when he tapped out before getting choked out by Khabib with death before dishonor tattooed on his fucking rib cage. And then Khabib proceeded to drag his Dagestani nuts all over Justin's fucking face after his body was passed out. After sparing him, not breaking his arm in front of his parents, he decided, I'm just going to choke you to sleep. He tapped, he went to sleep, and Khabib got up and dragged his Dagestani nuts across Justin's face in front of his fucking parents. He dishonored his family. He dishonored his country. I picked Justin to beat Khabib. He didn't beat Khabib. Justin is a doper. He smokes too much pot. He does dabs, dude. Out here talking to John Anik about how he has no emotions. You have plenty of emotions, Justin. Shut the fuck up. Just because you don't have a wife doesn't mean you don't have emotions. Ilia has no emotions. He left the mother of his kids and fucking went to Miami and left his whole family behind and trained. Ilia is cerebral.
Luke, his wife is from Miami.
No, but he left her.
And now lives in Miami.
But what I'm saying is his whole family is in Spain. I think she was from Spain.
Except for his children and his ex-wife. It is simpish. It is simpish, but you would expect nothing less from a guy who carries a rose in his fucking pocket all day. Like he's Jesse from Rocket Power. Oh, James. Sorry.
I think he smokes Justin Gaethje with a left hook.
Team Rocket. Sorry, I'm getting everything mixed up.
I think he smokes him with a left hook, follows up with an overhand right on the temple, and pounds him out and leaves Justin face down the canvas. If pussy-ass string bean little Max Holloway can knock Justin Gaethje out, Ilia Topuria is going to do it quicker, faster, and better. He is going to smoke Justin Gaethje. And people are saying, the line is outstretched. Don't be fooled into betting Justin at the value that is plus 400 or whatever. Take the value that is Ilia Topuria by knockout at minus 185. Just imagine that the money line is minus 185 because how Ilia wins is by knockout over Justin, who has taken many shots. And Justin said, and I'm going to hold him to this, if I get knocked out like I did against Max again, I'm retiring. You better retire. You're done. Ilia is putting you to sleep. Ilia is knocking you out. I've watched Justin's training footage. I'm not impressed. I watched the whole Road to Violence, whatever the fuck his little YouTube channel is. Not impressed. He's going to get finished. He's going to get finished early. He's going to get finished by Ilia Topuria. And it's going to be chef's kiss sweet with a rose on top. Ilia Topuria by knockout. That's that.
Yeah, Ilia Topuria by KO. That's how I'm going. I don't think Justin survives more than 2 rounds with him, especially after getting the fire lit under Ilia. A lot of guys that would do bad for him, but I think Ilia is a smart dude. He's just throwing heat in those Hawks, So I'm going with Ilia Topuria. I think Ilia Topuria wins this, wins it emphatically, puts a stamp on it. I know that Luke was mentioning overblown odds. I think that there's 3 fights on the card that have far too big of overblown odds, and it's O'Malley Zahabi, Derek Lewis versus Hackett, and Hoofy versus Chandler. I think all 3 of those odds, like those fights, are going to be a lot closer than what the odds makers have it. Where this one, I think Ilia Topuria should be like a minus 2,000. How bad of a beating he's going to put on Justin. And that's just my opinion. I don't think these odds are overblown. I think that they're underblown for this one because Ilia Topuria is a one-man wrecking machine. Sure, he had issues against Jai Herbert, the black man banger.
The Black Country banger.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting confused with RuPaul and his drag race. But I'm going with Ilia easily. I think that he has the strength in every single one of the arenas that this takes place in, grappling, striking. One thing we got to worry about with Ilia is that he's got a boxing style stance. Justin Gaethje has, vicious leg kicks. Look at the bruising on the back of that calf already. That's the only thing that you really have to worry about. But
has not used those leg kicks in recent memory. Didn't use them against Patty. Didn't use them against Max. Didn't use them against his legs take just as much of a beating doing that.
Patty, you would think Patty trained at New England Cartel the way that he has no head movement and no defense for his head whatsoever. So
and Justin still couldn't finish him, and it was still a competitive fight.
Yep.
Patty does not have the striking or the quickness or the head movement or the hand movement or the boxing of Ilia. And he's
Scousers don't get knocked out. Put him in there with Ilia. He'll get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like that. That's plain and simple.
And truly, think about this. People want to talk about, title defenses. Shut the fuck up about title defenses. It doesn't matter if you have title defenses. Would it be impressive if he beat Diego Lopez, who was the next in line at 145 after Volk beat Diego Lopez twice and he knocked Volk the fuck out? No, it wouldn't be. He knocked out.
I think it's on a situation by situation basis, right?
It is.
So
It is. And in this situation, it matters not. He knocked out Volk. He knocked out Max. He knocked out Charles. He's about to knock out Gaethje. There's nobody better than any of those.
He knocked out Bryce, number 11. He knocked out Josh Emmett, number 8. Like, the only guy he really didn't fight in featherweight is fucking Diego Lopes or Yair Rodriguez, who he would put in his stretcher in a heartbeat, like both of those guys. So it's not
uninteresting. It's unnecessary. It's unneeded. He knocked out Volk. He knocked out Max. He knocked out Charles. He's going to knock out Justin. And he's going to do all 4 of those more impressively than anybody's ever done it. Nobody's ever knocked out Max. The only time Volk got knocked out was against Islam on short fucking notice, and he did it better. The only time that fucking Charles has been finished is by Islam, and it was by submission after he dropped him.
Like a meatball against
the only and
Islam
fucking
on 2 weeks' notice.
Fuck these soft head kick enthusiasts who think that Arman is the next fight. Arman is going to get kicked out of the UFC for betting $1 million on Justin Gaethje. I hope he fucking loses that $1 million. He's going to lose that $1 million. And I hope he gets kicked out of the UFC entirely. I hope Arman just gets kicked out of the UFC entirely because as a fucking active fighter, you're not allowed to bet on fights. So he gets kicked out, Krausian style. He gets kicked out. He gets investigated by the fucking FBI. How about that? And if they let Arman even fight in the UFC again, it's fucking
I think it would have to be CIA. I think FBI is our turf.
No, it's FBI. Well, either way, he gets kicked.
FBI is for American, CIA is for overseas, I believe.
Arman is so stale and so rusty. He thinks he's the man fucking wrestling Uriah Faber. Arman, you wrestling whatever that guy is, Shecky Nichols, Shecky Green, whatever. What's that guy's name?
Giorgio.
No, not Giorgio. The guy who just wrestled. Muggsy Bogies, Muggsy Boogies. he fucking that guy was nothing. Like
Muggsy, who already lost to Giorgio before you beat Giorgio twice.
Right, and it was competitive. It's like Ilya makes you his fucking wife, you little rich bitch. We don't even need to. Everybody, all RJ Clifford. The fight I really want to see is Ilya versus Muggsy or Arman. The fight I want to see is Ilya versus Arman. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to see Ilya versus Arman. Arman got beat by Charles Oliveira. Ilya put Charles in a fucking crucifix before he knocked him the fuck out. Just talk about what happened. Ilya put Charles Oliveira in a crucifix before he knocked him the fuck out. He dominated him in every way, shape, and form in that fight. He dominated every opponent he's ever faced in every way, shape, and form. Oh, he got head kicked by Jai Herbert. Only the exception proves the rule. He withstood a head kick from Jai Herbert and knocked him the fuck out stiff. The best walkout song of all time. The best, I'll say this, second only to Ain't No Sunshine, DMX, Anderson Silva.
I loved when John Jones walked out to Angry Johnny, though.
But I can't even remember that, to be honest with you. He walked out that a couple times, and honestly, even though I played that song in Guitar Hero, I couldn't sing that song if you asked me to. But
I easily could. I listen to that song all the time by Poe. Angry Johnny, Angry Johnny, listen, Jezebel in hell. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. But honestly,
that's blow you away.
That's that to me. That's maybe third or fourth. I like when Chuck Liddell walked out to Raining Blood by fucking Slayer. That was fucking sick. But Anderson Silva, Ain't No Sunshine is to me the greatest walkout of all time. When it goes, when the room gets dark
and hell is hot.
It's dark and hell is hot. I mean, goosebumps. And when Ilya comes out to that shit, goosebumps. Motherfucking goosebumps. There's no better fighter in the UFC than Ilya Topuria. There's no better showman in the UFC.
Paddy Pimblett has a sick ass fucking walk.
Yeah, Paddy does have a pretty badass song. I love both of the ones he comes out to. Where's your head at?
That's not what he walks out to. He walks out.
But then he goes, where's your head at?
Oh, okay.
It's a remix. It goes, dun, 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 dun. Then he goes, where's your head at? Then he goes, off with heads.
Oh, okay.
Dance till you're dead. Yeah, Paddy, honestly, all right, I'll say, to me, Paddy's above Angry Johnny, but it's Ain't No Sunshine, Ilya Topuria, Paddy, Chuck Liddell, Angry Johnny. I mean, those are all like iconic. You know what I mean? Iconic. I mean,
what about BJ10 walking out crying?
I get goosebumps.
The fucking Somewhere Over the Rainbow or whatever the
when
hell
when Ilya walks out, I get fucking goosebumps, and I haven't had that feeling since Anderson Silva fought. You know what I mean? I just know he's gonna break Justin Gaethje's fucking jaw.
What about Schaub walking out to Eminem?
What are some other good ones? I mean, you know, none. I'll tell you the worst one is Michael Chiesa coming out to Stranglehold Randy Couture's fucking song, and then
that was badass when Randy Couture did it.
It was badass when Randy Couture did it and choked out James Toney. It's not badass when fucking
Kevin Holland's front choking you to death.
Choking you, and who else? Didn't Vincente Luque beat Chiesa too?
Chiesa is the worst guy. Like
Chiesa,
that's another guy that if I see, I'm sucker punching.
Fuck you, Chiesa, you piece of shit, dirtbag, piece of shit, welfare check given, fucking. What am I looking for here?
Pussy.
Charity case, pussy, idiot, dumbass, pensioner.
Here's my sucker punch list. If I ever see any of these people in public, I'm sucker punching them. Joe Rogan, John Anik, Michael Chiesa, Anthony Smith, and I'm gonna have to run quick away from Anthony Smith. But Joe Rogan, Anik,
You have to run quicker from Rogan because he's got a team of fucking Navy SEALs after him.
No. I've already come to terms with if I see Joe Rogan, I'm risking my life to punch him in the face.
Listen, Rogies at the end of the day.
I'm doing suicide by fucking
Navy
yes.
SEAL.
By
Suicide by
Navy
Navy.
SEAL fucking bodyguard mercenary weirdo guy.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, Michael Chiesa, go fuck yourself. Anthony Smith, go fuck yourself. Who else? Yeah, pretty much.
I'm actually learning to respect Paul Felder a little bit, which is like hurting my heart.
Yeah, Felder, I mean, we could never chill, but, he's not as bad as Smith or Chiesa. I'll say that. He's definitely Poirier, go fuck yourself.
Angela Hill. I'm just kidding.
No, I respect the shit out of
I love
him.
Angela Hill. I'm just kidding. I wanted to throw a female's name in there just to like mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle
Country Boy
Wallace.
Can Survive. Matt Hughes is excellent. Justin, great one.
Yeah, but it's not. But it doesn't give you the same. It doesn't give you the same feeling. Like when you hear "Ain't No Sunshine." I mean, when he went out there and knocked out who did Anderson fight most recently? Tyron Woodley. And he fucking knocked Tyron the fuck out. And he came out to Ain't No Sunshine. And then he goes on the mic and says, I'm going to become a cop for Beverly Hills because I love America. I go, national fucking treasure, Anderson.
Him and DW are at odds right now.
And, it's so funny that people were saying that, like, he's calling Dana White bald. It's like, Anderson, I've never
seen you with hair once.
And that was the first time I even thought about that. That was the first time I even thought about it. It took me a while. I was like, wait, Anderson's bald? Like, I'm like, I never even gave it a thought.
But that's the thing. It's like for black dudes, it's a lot easier to go bald. They look so much cooler than like a bald white head. Like a bald white, like I'm going bald right now, obviously. Yeah. I'm a man, I'm going bald.
I thought my hairline was receding, but I looked
It is.
No. Because here's the thing. I looked at a picture of myself from when I was young, and my hairline was the same. So I was like, wait, I've always kind of had that little, like,
widow's peak.
Yeah. So, I mean, but honestly, I went bald. I shaved my head bald, and people were like, yo, you look pretty good bald. So I'm like,
yeah, short, gay, and, like, weird dudes look great bald. You know what I mean? Like guys like you. And I think I'm gonna start growing a big beard out. I think I'm gonna grow a big ass beard. That's what somebody told me. They were like, "Yeah, you might think you're going bald, but you can at least grow a beard, so like it makes up for it." I'm like, "In what world? in what world?"
The technology, the technology. You got hymns. You got all these things.
That shit makes you. You want to talk about the frogs are making us gay. Like that's really the issue is like guys putting finasteride in their system all the time and just thinking it's like normal and being like, oh, I need this vain existence where I look good all the time. I told my wife numerous times when I go bald, I'm growing the Rick Rubin look. Big beard, big, like, long fucking sides, you know what I mean? Back, like, I want to look like a crazy guy who owns a bus. An abandoned bus in the back of my property that has the windows broken that I've been working on for years. You know what I mean? I want to look like one of those, a junkyard guy when I start balding. And I am starting to bald. I told her I need one last hurrah with hair. So
I know. I think I'm going to grow everything out.
We're in the grow out right now. We're in the grow out.
Yeah, let's both just grow everything out, bald, beard, and hair, and just get it all down, and then we'll see what's what after that. But
and everybody knows I got the taco meat. You know what I mean? Like nobody's got more taco meat than the boy over here. Okay, like the shells are the nips, obviously, boys. Like, let me school you up on some game. Your chest hair is your taco meat. I got a ton of taco meat in there.
So my bets, it starts with a 5-leg parlay. If this parlay hits, I pretty much win like $4.5 thousand, right? So we got Steve Garcia, Bo Nickel, Josh Hockett by knockout, Cyril Gane, and Ilya Topuria by knockout. That's my core 5. Then we got a 4-leg parlay, which is Bo Nickel, Josh Hockett, both money line, Cyril Gane, Ilya Topuria by knockout. And the only reason I did Josh Hockett at minus 425 in the 4-leg is because I was like, well, what if Hockett wins by submission? So I have Hockett at minus 110 by knockout, but I have Hockett money line in the 4-leg. So it's 5-leg is Steve Garcia, Bo Nickel, Hockett by knockout, Cyril Gane, and Ilya by knockout. All of those are double P certified.
Luke, you are so glitchy. You look like you're in the back rooms right now.
I am
that yellow wall.
Then I got Nickel, Hockett, Gane, Ilya by knockout. Then I got in a 3-leg Hockett by knockout, Cyril Gane, Ilya by knockout. Okay, it's a total of $750 out to win $4.5 thousand per net profit. It'll pay out $5,292, but when you subtract the $750, I bet it'll be $4.5 thousand in knockout if we get Garcia, Nickel, Hockett by knockout, Gane, and Topuria by knockout. But if Hockett somehow doesn't win by knockout, then we still got $350 to pay $1662. Nickel, Hockett, Gane, Topuria by knockout. And if Bo Nickel loses, we still got $300 to pay $1941. Hockett by knockout, Gane, Ilya Topuria by knockout. I probably will also do a sprinkle on Dalkus when the fight time comes, just to hedge out of the bets that I have Bo in. So we're talking a bet that pays.
Consultant, MMA consultant in the building.
The consultant's here.
The consultant.
People forget, man. Justin was 2 legs. No, he wasn't. No, he was never. Also, based on respect to Charlie Olive's top 2 lightweight goods, we said it. I said Ilya beat the 2 best of all time featherweights besides McGregor, and he beat one of the best besides Islam lightweights. I guess I didn't include Charles in my lightweight ranking.
Aldo. You didn't include Charles in your.
But he beat Ilya knocked out 2 guys who beat Aldo, Volk and Max, and he knocked out Charles, who beat
a man only has one peak, Luke.
So we're looking. The core 3 is Hockett by knockout, Cyril Gane, Ilya Topuria by knockout, and then the sprinkles are on Nickel and Garcia, to add to that. But I'm probably going to bank up the Brinks truck on Gane. I'll overdraft my bank account to bet on Gane over Pereira at those odds, and then I'll put all those winnings on Topuria by knockout. So those are my bets. They'll be in the open bet sheet. But if we're going for the full picks, top to bottom, Alex and I only disagree on one. Everything's double P certified except the Rufy Chandler fight, which I don't have in any parlays and I don't intend on betting on. But we got, for me, Garcia, Steve Garcia, Bo Nickel, Marcio Rufy, Josh Hockett, Sean O'Malley, Cyril Gane, Ilya Topuria. If you're going with Alex, all the same: Topuria, Gane, O'Malley, Hockett, Chandler, Bo, Garcia.
I speak for myself, motherfucker.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ilya, Gane, O'Malley, Hockett, Chandler, Nickel, and Steve Garcia.
And the double P certified picks are Ilya Topuria, Cyril Gane, Sean O'Malley, Josh Hockett, Bo Nickel, and Steve Garcia. I'll see ya later, guys. It's been 3 hours, and we love you so much. 303.
This is a JRE. This is a
shout out to.
This is a perfect parlay experience right now.
We had great viewership all throughout. We love you guys, and shout out to Boulder, Colorado 303. I'm going to end this before we get to 304. I love you, Alex. Anything left to say? You got 7 seconds.
Shout out to the 303. Love y'all. Thank you for coming, and I love you.